a great opening.
That's banger. That's a banger for sure. All right.
Hey there, you sexy nerdlings, and welcome back to my channel. Woo!
Right?
Thank you. I'd say we could all do the intro dance, but
I do that with the escape pods. They're hello there every time. They're freaking like, I love their intro music too.
So we're here. At least Tina and I are cheersing it up. We are at 115 subscribers, so woo!
Nice. Went up.
Very exciting. Let's see, who do we got? We've got Kaylee. Thank you for being Wrench Girl for me. Appreciate you. We've got Phil. Hi, Phil. Hail Joker voice.
Yep, Joker.
Let's see. Who else we got? Christian Fandom Geek. Thank you for coming. Little birdie told me you were excited. I'm excited to see you too, boo. All right. Ooh, Culture Casino. Yeah, I don't really talk about the cosmetics very much, but I do like talking about the comics. That's the show.
Yes.
So you guys and I, well, let me go ahead and, in case you guys don't know who my co-hosts today are, we have Shanti from Scare of Scuttlebutt and Alan Press Play.
Hello.
Yay!
Thank you for having me.
And I'm so glad you're here. You can follow her on Twitter at SelenaKyle29. And I don't know who this other girl is, but hey, it's Tina.
Hi.
Hey,
I didn't put my
Tina.
handle under there. I forget. Do it every time.
That was an accident.
That's okay. It's live. Anything can happen. It's okay.
That's what makes it better.
Exactly. We never know what's going to happen in live.
Tina's the best. I enjoy thirst casting with her.
Oh, I'm thirsty every day, all day.
So I've got 2 glasses here.
I was born thirsty. Oh God, if I want to have anything to do later, I don't. It's 4:00 here, but it's 5:00 somewhere else, obviously.
Oh, it's 6:00 here. We got
7.
We got 4, 6, and 7.
Oh my.
So
damn time differences.
So
that's Rose challenge. That's Rose. That's Rose nemesis is time difference.
It's time.
Time zones.
He
That conversion, man.
Same time zone, and he forgets all the time.
Row time.
I'm like, bro, world clock, dude. World clock. It's on the phone.
He doesn't have time for that. He's too busy doing 1,000 things at once.
I told him, like, put the cities of all the people you think you need to know what time they're in. Just go with it.
He edits while he shoots the news.
Oh my God. I don't know how he does it.
I don't know how he does
Me
that.
neither.
I don't.
He sleeps like 2 hours a night.
Yeah, like when does he sleep?
I don't
like
know.
seriously.
He takes a cat nap. I still
It
claim
sounds
he's
like
Dracula.
his life is. Look, so I have a salon here in Southwest Missouri. You can find that at salomnia2020.com. So I'm there 5 days a week, 10 hours a day at the salon. And then, I spend my weekends researching. Mondays I record, and then I edit at the salon at the station next to mine in between clients.
Right.
I don't know when I sleep either. I think I just fall down. Because I still have a kid at home too.
Yeah, your youngest is 13, right?
Yeah.
13?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a 15-year-old.
I love her.
I got a 15-year-old over there.
Oh, we talked about that.
Some days I'm just like,
hey, just wait. In about 7 years, you're going to get to tie one on with your son and then have to call your other son to come get the first son because he got too drunk and he's laying all weird on the couch and you can't make him stop. So your only option is to take pictures of him and send them to your friends.
Oh, I can't wait till I have to text Easton. Hey, come get me from the bar.
Oh God.
I have been waiting for that moment for so long. Me and my best friend used to sit out in the backyard and drink. We're like, God, won't it be cool when we can just have our kid go down to the gas station and go on a beer run for us?
Right.
It happened. It finally happened. He bought me beer.
That right
That's
there.
a glorious day.
I will send him, like, when I've been in here before, I've texted him. I'm like, go get me a beer from the refrigerator. He's like, God, Mom, really? I'm like, no, don't God, Mom me. Go get the beer. Earn your keep, boy. Go get it. Come on now. Wait on you all. You better go get it. And he's just giving me sass because he knows.
I pay for your shit. Go get me a beer.
Yeah, that's what I said. I support you.
So I'm just going to throw something up real quick for you
Go
ladies
for it.
to
Oh, Lord. Lord have mercy. Oh.
So what thoughts does feelings or questions, comments
Besides orgasmic? I don't know. Woof.
Something about, I believe there was a jawline comment.
Oh,
his jawline is epic.
Oh, yes. I would lick it.
We want to lick it. Yeah.
Shanti would lick it too.
Heck yeah.
She take one side, take the other side.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'll take the middle. It's the best.
Yeah, just lick
it. You know, we'll tag team.
Well, it's funny because Ro put that thought up today, that tweet up today about what did we all think about the bat suit.
Mm-hmm.
And
I loved it.
I love the bat suit. Do you like it? You like it?
I love it. I saw somebody say they didn't like it. I'm like, are you serious? This is the best bat suit we've ever gotten in live action.
It was imposing. It was.
It looked like he made it himself.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It looked like it was completely tactical.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Like every bit of it was tactical and it made sense.
It did.
It looked like he could move in it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was hot.
So hot. When he would do the slow walk, well, people are like, well, how can it withstand gun? I'm like, he has enough money to make anything to withstand gunfire.
For someone to say they didn't like the Batmobile, that the Batmobile was like the worst they'd seen. I'm like, are you out of your damn mind?
I think the Christopher Nolan one is the worst. I don't like that Tumblr, and I never have.
It fit perfectly in this Matt Reeves universe that we're looking at.
Yes, it did. It was tactical. It looked thick as hell. It looked like an old Dodge Charger.
And I think it's a callback to a pretty sure it looks something like that at one point during one of the many comic books that there are about Batman. You know what I mean? So it's like, these are not the things to like nitpick.
No. I mean, if we're talking about this dystopian, basically this dystopian city that the crime is like awful, you don't want something fancy that somebody's going to steal your rims.
Again, it's also only his second year.
I hope they keep his design.
Where the Batmobile is going to go from there.
Nitpicks about this.
I think people keep forgetting like how early this is in his like career or whatever the hell you want to call it.
Year one Batman.
Yes.
And I've tried to explain this. I was watching another stream the other night, and I was trying to explain repeatedly that this movie was based off of Batman Year One and Batman Earth One. And it took some inspiration from Hush, obviously.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But this was based off of Batman Year One and Batman Earth One. You know, I heard a lot of people complain that, well, Martha Wayne's maiden name was Kane, named after Bob Kane. Okay, yeah, in the normal continuity, but in the Earth One continuity, it was Arkham.
And I like that. I like that.
And I saw someone nitpick that they didn't like the nose on the mask. I'm like, well, it looks like it's been hammered into place, you know?
And plus, sometimes that shot that we were looking at where it's lighting too. Depends on how the shadow's falling on it. Mm-hmm. I really like his mask, the way it's sewn together. Like he sewed it together himself, like out of leather. I like the fact that it's not that, and I'm not criticizing the other ones because I have liked those too. The rubbery, like thing around the neck. I'm so glad we don't have that. Like this big, you know how it is around their throat. Sometimes it's so bulky. And I'm glad that they left all that open a little bit. But I mean, he does obviously fit around his throat for protection, I'm sure, along with the way his cape is. I like the high collar on the cape, and I like the way the cape comes down into the shoulders. I just love his cape. I don't know what it is. I like the way it
Me too. I did like it.
In the breeze, right? Do you feel like it just the way it just, I don't know. I know we've seen his capes, billow in the wind 100 times, but there's something about the way he I like the way they did it in this one too. Like
the way when he jumped off that roof, like he attached it and jumped off the roof. I was like,
yeah, that was neat.
That
he
made
was
so much
scared.
sense.
And then he freaked out right before. I love that.
He's like,
one of my favorite moments. He's like,
at first I was like, oh my God, are they going to do like they did in Batman Returns where he had that glider?
Oh, I remember
and he's
that.
just like, oh, come on. That was like the only part of Batman Returns that I was like,
yeah.
Okay.
Didn't Christian Bale have something like that too, where it got like electric current, where it's like slipping the cape up and it just went like a bat? I don't know. I kind of like the jumping squirrel look, the flying squirrel look, and the fact that he ate it. I mean, I'm sorry.
That was perfect. That was absolutely perfect. That needed to happen.
Yes.
That needed to happen because it needed to show you that this is his second year. He doesn't have it all together yet. He's not the greatest detective and the most graceful person
and that's
yet.
Why the suit is so tactical, because he's the man underneath there, a vulnerable man. It has to be able to protect him from whatever weapons these people are going to pull on him. And you could tell when he was taking that shower that he's got scars. So even through the suit, or maybe prior before he got a suit, or maybe before he updated his suit or whatever it is, he got those scars. I mean,
either you're muscular as hell or kind of wimpy like Michael Keaton is. At the end of the day, you're right. It's still just a human under that costume. Yep. So that costume has to be able to withstand a lot. My thing is that people need to really just realize, look, all of these comic book characters have different universes, different storylines, all sorts of things going on. And to expect it to translate from the comic book, onto the silver screen and be identical to the comic book, that's ridiculous. And not only that, it's different directors, it's different actors, it's different interpretations.
It's a different universe than the
That's why I feel at this point it's not even fair to compare anymore. I don't even want to rank anymore. I don't want to compare anymore. It doesn't make any sense to do that anymore. They're all so different in their own way.
And like Danny was saying about the comic runs, well, depending on how they did it, it's going to be different. So to me, sometimes when people criticize a movie based on a comic, it's because they didn't get the run of the comic they wanted to see. And that's not fair to judge the movie based on that.
Like, exactly. That's your own personal expectation.
My only requirement for a comic book movie is for it to make sense and to respect that character. Respect the character, respect where it came from, respect the writers and the artists that brought that character
and then entertain me.
But it's got to make sense.
Right.
So if what happened in the comics wouldn't make sense on film because of whatever else is going on, then don't do it.
Exactly.
It's a simple case in point, the Miss Marvel show that's coming out. So in the comics, they call it embiggen herself. She can shrink herself down. She can make herself larger. She makes big fists and punches things and stuff. She can even shapeshift into people and inanimate objects. Well, in the trailer, it looks almost like a force projection, like Green Lantern or Psylocke from the X-Men, instead of her being embiggened. And the reason for it, I believe, is because in the comics, Miss Marvel is an Inhuman. And you make Inhumans, or you trigger Inhumans by Terrigen Mist. Well, we have no Inhumans in the MCU right now. We won't discuss the TV show. Thank you very much. But there's no Inhumans. So it wouldn't make sense to make her do that. It would make sense that she picked up some Kree technology and then got blasted with cosmic radiation, and now she could do these things. Yeah. So that's one of those cases where I'm glad. I want to get hit with some cosmic radiation.
Don't we all?
Honestly, if it would make me cool like that, I'll take all the radiation they can give me. I'm good. Give it to me.
That's the great thing about the Miss Marvel character.
Juice me up, baby.
She's a big comic nerd. She is an Avengers stan, and she writes her own fan fiction. She cosplays, and she daydreams about being her own superhero, and then it happens to her. Yep. It's like, what comic nerd did not grow up dreaming about that?
Right. I mean, come on.
Well, I'm thinking that I think they're going to expand upon that later. I think they're going to start off this way because her her powers kind of grow as time goes on. Like she comes out of her cocoon, she looks like Carol Danvers, but then she learns how to control it and she learns all the other things she can do. So I think like Kevin Feige normally does, he gives you like this little, here you go, here's an intro, and then later it grows more into their comic stuff.
Yeah.
So, but fair point.
I don't like Brie Larson, but I didn't mind Captain Marvel, the character itself. I liked her powers and stuff. I mean, it's pretty cool once the inhibitor chip or whatever they had on her kind of fell off because they were literally like containing her powers.
Right.
And I like her powers. I just don't like. I'm not a big fan of Brie Larson. She just
I don't know many people that are fans.
She's like dry toast to me. Dry toast.
She's
zero
pretentious.
Yeah, she has zero personality.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know what she's like behind closed doors, but
I think like
at least what she projects, I don't like.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, Phil. Phil. Who likes Brie? No one.
No one. Yeah, I don't want to be. But yeah, I just don't. I don't.
Me neither.
Her acting don't do it for her. Lack of it doesn't do it for me. Heck no.
But all right, guys, I got another picture. I'm going to show you. Okay. Where'd that come from? But here we go.
Whoa.
Oh,
that's better.
Why didn't they move that down a little bit more?
I know, man. Come on. I love Oscar Isaac. I'm very excited.
Oh man.
Nobody should be that sexy when they're dying.
I know.
No, I was so confused.
I didn't know what to think either. I was like,
I had so many confused lady emotions.
Me too. I was like, am I really contemplating necrophilia right now?
I'm like, oh.
I just want to touch him while he's still warm.
Yeah.
While
he's still warm. He still feels human.
I'll clean the body and get it ready for the funeral. I volunteer.
I was just telling Tina, I know nothing about Moon Knight, but I'm going to watch it if only just for him.
I have a Moon Knight video. You're in luck.
So,
I told her, I said, I watched it because I just kind of I needed some background too, because it's coming out the 30th, right? Mm-hmm. And since I'm not, fuck me. Look, the white, you cannot
the one all the way to the right. The one all the way to the right.
Yes, you know Disney.
What is it about a man's forearms? Like,
and the way he's rolling his sleeve up and his hand is cupped. Disney, I see you. Don't even Disney. I know what you're doing.
Yeah.
I fuck with you, Disney.
Finally something for the ladies.
Yes. And that's what they are really, you can't tell me they're not going all in on that because they are.
Look at this man.
He's so
look at him.
So hot. Just Silver Fox.
Oh, he's so fine.
I love that salt and pepper.
I think he's going to do amazing as Moon Knight. He
was one of the few things that I liked about the sequel trilogy, so I'll watch anything that he's in at this point.
Cinnamon roll.
Cinnamon roll. Hey, Josh.
Hi, Josh.
Oh, are you? Well, I beat you to it.
Ooh. Well, I have to say that I didn't know there was that many runs of the comics because once again, I as much as I love the way comics look and stuff, I have to admit that I don't read comics much. I just never did. Not because I don't like them. I guess I just never got into it. But it makes sense that they're going to take a certain run, like you said, and they're going to do this show based on a certain run. Mm-hmm. But being that, I think also we're going to see the criticism because the people didn't get the run that they wanted.
Of course.
I'm already starting to see it.
Yeah.
Somebody posted something that said Khonshu, like they needed some comic relief. So they're using Khonshu as the comic relief. And people are just like,
he's not funny.
Oh, yeah, the chaos god who's, killed all these people. Yeah, he's hilarious. Well, if you read the comics, he actually has some pretty witty quips. Like he's always fucking with Mark. He's always in his head and he's diarrhea. He's always disturbing his shit. So, I mean, and that can be funny. It can be
yet.
Yeah.
That's what I don't get.
People read a tweet and get triggered.
The show has not even started yet. Like I said, I at least waited until I watched Boba Fett to trash it. But I at least gave it the courtesy of viewing it, and I
all the
was
way
there
through.
for me to go off of, first of all, to even do a prejudgment of that anyway? What, a trailer? Like what people are doing with Obi-Wan Kenobi? I mean, the amount of criticism that I've already seen in all the memes just from this teaser trailer alone, it's like the movie, I mean, the show hasn't even started yet. Can you hold off?
You know, I learned my lesson about 20 years ago when they announced that Tobey Maguire had been cast for Spider-Man. Back then, when they announced that Tobey Maguire was going to be Spider-Man, the world lost its fucking mind.
Outrage. I do remember that.
It was like they even did so Hugh Jackman hosted SNL, and you know, Jimmy Fallon had this reoccurring sketch. It was like Jared's Room.
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay, and so
the web show.
Hugh Jackman was a guest on this, and he was this big nerd with Coke bottle glasses and braces, and he's reacting to Tobey Maguire getting cast. He's like, Tobey Maguire? What are you thinking? And it was exactly what the entire planet had been thinking. And I've not been able to find this. I've looked high and low, can't find it anywhere.
Probably scrubbed it.
Yeah.
But everyone was just like, Tobey Maguire? And then he comes out and he was amazing. It was some of the.
That's funny. I kind of thought that was actually pretty good casting, at least from like
and
a
now
Peter Parker
favorite
standpoint.
one.
Yeah, I mean,
favorite
now
Spider-Man.
I don't know. I've never really.
Josh.
Thanks, Josh. I've just never really felt that way. Like the same thing with Robert Pattinson. You know, everybody was very worried about him being cast as Batman, especially because of the Twilight thing. And I feel like I was one of the few people that was like, from the very beginning, I was like, you know what? This will work. This will work.
Like I said, I learned my lesson back then with Tobey Maguire. So since then, I've decided I'm going to reserve my judgment until I see
have to wait. I didn't think Paul Rudd would ever fit into the MCU, and I love Ant-Man. Ant-Man's one of my favorite characters.
He did romantic comedies all the time.
Yeah, I just knew him as such a comedian.
He's another pretty one.
I love.
He is. He's ageless.
Since Clueless.
Me too. I've had the biggest crush on him since then.
I don't know what he's doing.
Like Joel McHale. You mentioned him.
I love Joel McHale.
When he showed up on Stargirl, I was like, okay, this is a CW show I'll watch.
He's very funny.
So funny.
Very. I used to watch his show on E.
Yeah,
I
loved it.
Whatever it was. I used to love Talk Soup.
I loved him.
Love Talk Soup.
Can you hear this? Yes.
Pour that thing, baby. Pour it.
Mommy's medicine.
It's called Mommy Juice.
If I didn't have a podcast recording after this, I'd be drinking with you ladies, but I need to be awake.
Oh, we get it. We get it.
Guys. Sorry, ladies.
You got recording to do?
Yeah. Later.
See, I recorded this morning.
It's at 10. So if I drink, I will probably fall asleep after this. I can't do it.
And you'd be like, I will not be recording this.
Joker, I love you, honey. But your ex-wife is wrong.
Yeah. I'm sorry, too.
I mean, Joker, I think you're great. Yeah, I gotta agree.
I love you, bud.
I don't see that. Sorry.
I don't see it, but that's all right.
I was told I looked like, okay, they never actually said Jennifer Tilly. They said Bride of Chucky. Because I had platinum, white platinum hair for like 15 years. I just went back to this darker color. I'm so glad everyone's here to talk about my hair.
I can see Jennifer Tilly.
But I got
the eyes.
No, I see it. The eyes. I definitely see it. Wow! As soon as you said it,
I'll take it though. The woman's like 62 years old and she's still super bangable. So.
Oh no! I always thought she was really, really pretty. So
if I could just get a longer neck, if I could get a longer neck.
Yeah, I like her. I like Jennifer.
I've always liked Jennifer. I thought she was really funny.
What do we got here? All right, might go see the new Batman movie next week, and I saw Spider-Man: No Way Home. It's my favorite Spider-Man movie. What's your favorite Spider-Man and Batman movies? All three of us.
Oh, man. That's hard.
So I really liked No Way Home.
Oh, yes.
I think it's a fantastic Spider-Man.
Absolutely.
I love that movie. I love Tom Holland. He's actually been my favorite Spider-Man. I think he encompasses Spider-Man and Peter Parker very well.
Can confirm.
Because Andrew was better at Spider-Man. Tobey was better as Peter Parker. But because of the movies that I grew up with, the second Spider-Man movie with Tobey Maguire is my favorite. And that's really only because Alfred Molina was so good as Doc Ock. And I really, really, really love that movie. And then it would probably be No Way Home right underneath it. And as for Batman, for the longest time, it was The Dark Knight. And then Batman Returns, again, for sentimental reasons. But now I got to put the new Batman movie above all of them.
Oh, yeah. We all saw that.
I do. I do.
Mm-hmm.
No disrespect to Heath Ledger. I love him, but I feel like that is more of a Joker movie than it is a Batman movie. So I kind of want to put the Batman number 1.
Yeah, I agree. The Batman for me is my favorite. I'll always love Keaton's Batman too.
So will I.
That's the first one I saw in theater.
This was Batman. Right?
Yeah. This is kind of a toss-up for me because
Spider-Man No Way Home.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so yeah, I'll get that out of the way. Spider-Man No Way Home.
Gotta do it.
That is my favorite.
Freaking cried.
And I took my son Kessler with me when he was 2. The first ones came out with Tobey Maguire, and he was obsessed. That child didn't wear anything. We had the soundtracks on CD. Had to listen to them in the car everywhere we went. Good. Everything he wore was Spider-Man. He walked around with a black Spider-Man action figure in his fist everywhere he went. So we went together to see that, and it just it was such a love letter to Spider-Man fans.
It was.
It really was. Favorite Batman movies, that's actually really tough for me because my favorite all-time Batman movie until the live action, the Batman, was Batman Under the Red Hood. It's an animated. Let me tell you a little story about DC whoops Marvel's ass in the animated movie department.
Agreed, 100%. They do.
That's their medium.
Have some amazing
That's where
animated
they got it
films. Justice League Dark Apocalypse War is a fantastic film, but Batman Under the Red Hood is probably still to this day my favorite Batman movie. It is amazing. It's just an amazing story. It's so good. And just under that, I'm gonna have to say the Batman as a second. It's just good. It's just good. It was a really good film.
It really was.
Like I've said before, that Batman No Way Home is a great superhero movie. It is a fantastic CBR or CBM. That being said, Batman is a great CBM, but it's also a great film.
Right.
You don't have to be both. Yes, you don't have to be a superhero fan or a comic fan to love and appreciate the Batman film. It's just
I think that's why I do like Batman so much, because Batman really does cater to both audiences. I think there's something to deeply relate to when it comes to Batman.
Everyone has a nostalgia with Batman. Everyone.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, it's not it. Yes, Jensen Ackles. Oh, he was wonderful as Jason Todd. Just wonderful. And the story of Jason Todd is so just gut-wrenching. It's so good. Highly recommend. If you haven't seen Under the Red Hood, you've got to watch it. It's just amazing. I just love it so much. And Jensen Ackles, that's another.
Jensen Ackles is usually pretty good. I mean, this was my son's first Batman movie because he's 15. So I think it was a great introduction into the Batman. And I told him, I said, you really should go back and watch the other one because they're all based on their own thing. But there will be some that are better than others. But you might want to go back. Oh, yeah.
Schumacher.
So if you
do the bat nipples,
sorry,
you can't do the desk, the nipples,
the bat nipples.
Like, why? Who thought that was a good idea?
We thought it would be something for the ladies. We don't want to see any of that.
I don't want to see pointed nipples on a bat suit.
The suit looks fine the way it is. We're hot for the
George
suit
Clooney,
the way it is.
George Clooney and Chris O'Donnell used to argue over whose codpiece was bigger.
Oh, fuck. I can believe that.
He's so funny. George Clooney is hilarious.
I do like George Clooney.
I do.
So that's the thing. I like him.
He would have been a good Batman. He was just a Batman in a shitty movie.
True. Very true. If they had respected the character, it would have been a totally different movie. if they had respected what they were doing.
They were doing a 1960s Batman in a 1990s world, and that just doesn't work.
And you can't do it.
You can't do it. That kind of level of camp doesn't work.
And I think that feeds my distaste of having a Robin.
You know what? That is probably, and it's funny because I didn't mind Chris O'Donnell. I didn't mind him, actually.
Yeah,
I liked him, but the way they did Robin, I think, is probably the reason why I'm turned off.
Yeah.
I believe that if
because I love Burt Ward.
Yeah.
I love the original Robin.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. That worked.
When we did the podcast, I told you about the first time when I was very little, the first time I realized that Bruce Wayne and Batman were the same person.
That's so cute.
And I was watching the Adam West series, and I was very little. And I'm watching, and I go running up to my dad. I was like, "Oh my God, Dad, did you know Batman is Bruce Willis?" And my dad just looks at me. He's like, "It's Wayne, honey." And then turned back around. I thought Batman was Bruce Willis. I was very impressed.
Die Hard.
That's the best Christmas movie.
It is.
I love Die Hard.
Love it.
And if anyone argues with me that it's not a Christmas movie, they're banned from my house. It just happened.
We watch it. We watch it at Christmas
from your house.
We do
I'm one of those people.
I know.
Fun
She's
fact,
like, it's
my
not a
Christmas tree is
Because
still
to
up.
me, it's always an action movie first before I'll ever call it a Christmas movie. So that's the only reason why. I understand the Christmas elements. I get it. DB, changed my mind a little bit.
Yes, Phil.
Wait,
Bruce Wayne.
What? Holy
And
shit.
Santa Claus is also not real. I'm sorry,
What?
buddy. I'm sorry. You're so
My
sweet.
whole world is shattered.
Okay, so I feel like, Tina, because you were saying you've been put off on this idea of Robin. I think that if we got a live action Jason Todd storyline, it would change everybody's opinion on there being a Robin. It's
I think that's what it is. We haven't had a
need
good
something.
Robin yet. Yeah.
But I think we might get a Robin in this.
We were going to in the Nolan movies. It was going to be
that
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah, you definitely could see that happening.
I can see him doing it.
I wonder why he didn't go.
Phil, how dare you?
It feels
What is going on?
You
man?
see?
What are you...
You see?
No!
I mean, it does end with a Christmas song.
And that's like the whole pineapple on pizza debate. Endless.
It starts with a
starts
Christmas
with my
song.
favorite Christmas song of all time, Christmas in Hollis. It's Christmas time in Hollis, Queens. Mom's cooking chicken and collard greens, rice and beans, macaroni and cheese. It's a great Christmas song.
And all that food's really freaking good, by the way.
It is set in
And
LA.
it's at a Christmas party during Christmas time.
You know what it is? It's that it's set in LA. There's no snow, so it doesn't feel like Christmas.
You
to me.
live in Florida.
I know, and
white
it doesn't
Christmas?
feel, and it never have felt. It's never felt like Christmas here in all.
I live in
35 years of
Arizona.
my
We
life.
don't have it either.
Well,
There's
y'all
no
come
snow.
to Missouri.
Doesn't
You
get
will
cold.
have a very cold Christmas, and you will miss home immediately.
Oh, swell. I grew up in Virginia. I only have lived in Arizona since 2018, and I do not miss snow. I do not. Phil's talking shit. I do not miss shoveling. I don't miss none of that shit.
But you guys still get seasons. It is summer down here 365 days out of the year.
I can see where that gets exhausting.
That
I mean, we
gets
do have some cooler
monotonous.
weather at least.
Why do you think we
Like,
have
cool off.
Florida man and Florida woman stories down here? Because the heat will drive you fucking insane.
My grandparents live in Florida. I try to visit them as often as possible because
Oh, God,
if they live.
I'm
Okay,
dying to
Shanti, have you heard of
leave.
the Villages? The Villages in Florida, that giant. It's the world's largest retirement community, and it's right smack dab in the middle. It's where my grandparents live, and it is paradise.
I'm sure
they have the highest STD rate.
Yeah,
in the
man, they get
country.
it on.
Well, yeah. I mean, if I'm retired, no, what else am I?
What else is there to do?
I'm getting it in.
Have sex or die. So I mean,
Like, right? Hell yeah, I'm getting it in.
I met in a movie, Joker, in a movie. Okay. That little kid is whiny as fuck.
I know, there's Joker. Joker always, he likes
and that's another thing. I don't want a kid Robin. That was probably the one thing that I did like about the Schumacher films is that at least Chris O'Donnell was older, so it didn't look as stupid to me. I don't want it to be like a child situation. I can't deal with that.
I really think you should look up some Jason Todd stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure I would like that better.
Because I think you would
And
like
the Dick
him.
Grayson stuff. Yeah.
Well, the Jason Todd stuff, because Dick Grayson was always so wholesome and saccharine, and even why am I brain farting right now?
Those were some
Tim
of the worst.
Drake.
Yeah.
But Jason Todd is what Batman needed, because Jason Todd was it. Yeah, and Damian. Just wait till they bring in Damian. Hold on. There.
Oh, Damian.
Damian and Jason Todd were both characters that Batman needed, because they were just as damaged as he was. And when you have kids and you raise them, I say this a lot because I have 2 sons, but I also have 2 daughters. And sometimes my daughters will do something really fucking obnoxious and annoying. And then I realize, oh shit, I do that. Is this what it's like?
Remember, they're an extension of you.
Yeah,
exactly. So you grow yourself by seeing yourself reflected in your children, and that's what Batman needed. He needed to grow, and the only way he could grow is if he saw himself reflected in someone else.
Figure how much I've disliked Robin. I even remember as a kid watching the animated series, and anytime he showed up, I was like, oh. I was like, why?
Well, I think the only reason why I think they're going to do something is because I get the impression that, okay, so this Batman Bruce Wayne really isolates himself from everyone. So he only has Alfred, and now he had Selena for a bit, but she left. Now I'm sure we will see her again. I just don't know if we're going to see her, because I think we're getting 3 movies. I think that's on the plan. I feel like he's going to need someone else to care about besides Alfred.
Yeah, yes, I agree.
Like, so that would only make sense to me that they pick a Robin-like type character, because if you think about all the other Batman movies we've seen, hasn't he always had like a love interest, or
there's always been something?
Yeah, right. So he's always had another
honestly
focus.
I would like for him to push to 4 movies.
They talked about it, that it's possible that we're going to get 4, and I would like for him to push it to 4. Who says it has to be 3? Who said it has to be 2?
I don't get this whole trilogy concept. I get
Who says they only need to be 2 hours? Make these fuckers 3 hours.
Sounds nice, but why not just give us 4 movies? We'll call it a Batman anthology.
I mean, if fucking Twilight can do it, I think anybody else can do it.
Yeah, Harry Potter has 8 fucking movies.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think we're all saying that later down the line, and I think, I mean, a Jason Todd movie or a movie with Jason Todd in it would be great,
right?
But Joker has a good point about Damian.
It is too early.
Yeah, it's too early, and
to introduce any
Joker
Robin.
might have a point that the best Robin might eventually end up being Damian Wayne, because of how Damian comes into existence. He is the child of Batman, Bruce Wayne, and Talia al Ghul, Ra's al Ghul's daughter. So this kid, he doesn't even know about for several years, has been trained since birth up until he finally meets Batman by the League of Shadows. And by the time Batman gets him, he's already kind of cold-blooded. Right. And so Batman's got to like, hey, like don't
gotta undo a little bit of that, right?
Calm down. Hey, you didn't have to go that hard.
That's so serious.
I think I made the comment on the live stream on Press Play that this Batman seems a little virginal, though, to me.
Yes, you did.
Like, he does. Like, I don't know if he just don't got time. Yeah, he ain't got time.
Not only that, he's severely depressed.
He is. He's got his own shit to work.
He's been allowed to kind of wallow in this tragedy for so long. So it's just kind of
like, I'm like, you got a lot of cats. Nice Batman. That's a great pickup line, dude. She's like, I like strays. Hello.
I know, that was your in, man. That was your in.
That's some low key, dirty ass flirting right there.
He's missed every fucking signal she's thrown at him, too.
Like strays.
I know, that was totally
We're both talking about genitals.
Well, she's drinking milk seductively.
She'd like to.
Them damn nails of hers.
You're
nails are
absolutely right. That was
sick.
Tim Drake from Titans. I saw that as well, sir.
Oh yeah, the red hood. People said
Yeah,
that
there's a
red
lot of
hood
people talking about
symbolized
that.
Well, it was
something.
the kid who had half his face painted.
The one who didn't want to go through with.
Yeah. I think he was working on being like inducted into the gang, which is why he's supposed to beat
it seemed
the
like
shit
that
out
was
of that dude.
initiation. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's
Ghost says every Batman movie seems to want to be James Bond, and they have to have their James Bond girl.
Well,
I mean, okay.
Fair Batman came first.
Yeah. So, well, yeah.
Or did James Bond come first?
No, Batman came first.
I was gonna say Batman's from the 30s. So
for the record, I love James Bond movies.
Oh no, I love James Bond. Well,
Dave
Sean
loves
Connery
James
specifically.
Bond. Like
Sean Connery.
That's one sexy grandpa.
Sean Connery got hot to me after he got old. Silver Fox, baby.
I always liked him.
I
didn't even care when he stopped wearing his toupee.
I know.
Shit. Didn't care. So handsome, sexy accent. Don't give a fuck.
This is why I wanted you guys on my live stream.
Didn't care.
So we could do this.
Same thing with Burt Reynolds. Don't
Shut
get
up, Joker.
I love Burt Reynolds.
Up, Joker.
I know Joker.
I don't care. So he's a hot dead guy.
He's still fucking hot. I'd have fucked him up till the day he died, Joker.
Exactly. Jealous.
You know who I thought was really hot when he got old and fat? Russell Crowe.
You know what? I don't mind the dad bod. Doesn't bother me.
Love me some dad bod. I got me a dad bod.
And it's so fun. I just watched LA Confidential on Saturday. And Russell Crowe looks so good in that movie. I like him. He looks a little angry, but I like him.
Who? Shit. I'm sorry. I'm drawing a blank. I don't like Roger Moore.
I don't know why. I like
I heard a really funny joke
back
in the 80s on SNL. They were doing a weekend update and Sean Connery was supposed to go to some dinner. And so they made a joke like, it's okay. It was subsequently replaced by Roger Moore.
I didn't mind Pierce Brosnan's
he was maybe a little too refined.
Oh, he was so snotty.
I mean, he's totally still doing like Remington Steele type
I think we can all agree that the best James Bond is Daniel Craig.
Nope. I hate him.
What?
And I don't think he's attractive either.
He gives the most tortured James Bond. Like
he is the closest to
the emotion.
What I've heard, he's the closest to how James Bond is in the books.
Yeah.
But I am personally not a fan of Daniel Craig.
So Dave has been a lifelong James Bond fan. Lifelong. He is okay. So James Bond is to Dave as Wonder Woman is to me.
Gotcha.
Okay. And he thinks Daniel Craig is the best James Bond.
I'm sure
I like all his movies. I do like I agree, Shanta. You like them. They're great movies. They're great. Daniel Craig is good. Yeah. I can't believe he's married to Rachel Weisz.
Yeah, he is married to Rachel Weisz. I just
you know what?
Beautiful.
I don't dig that caveman look, and he
when he had that love story with Eva Green's character, who, by the way, I love Eva Green.
Me too.
I think she's hot as fuck.
Beautiful.
And that voice, that husky.
Yeah, no, she's
like she makes me question my straightness.
So funny.
Straighter than a stripper pole over here, folks. But
I used to joke around that if Natalie Portman showed up on my doorstep, Dave would be gone. He would be a thought, a fond memory. But now it's Florence Pugh.
I love her.
She is
really
gorgeous and was good. She was good. I'm glad to see her be an addition to the MCU.
Oh,
she's fantastic as Yelena. My favorite scene is when they're in that gas station and she's like, "You're a poser. You do the thing with the hair."
She blew me away. She was so funny. I had no idea she was so funny.
My daughter wanted to be her for Halloween. She's like, "Can I be Yelena Black Widow for Halloween?" I was like, "Yes, yes."
And the only other movie I had seen her in was in Little Women, so I only knew her as a series actress.
I've seen her in a few things.
I loved her in the second 300 movie.
Eva Green.
Yeah, she's good. Eva Green is good. And I was just looking at this. Sorry. I know, right? Timothy Dalton. I just remember him from Jane Eyre. I loved her.
Just watch The Rocketeer.
in the second 300 movie, and I loved her. And I don't know how many people have seen this show, but A Penny Dreadful, which was
I
on.
heard it's good. I heard that was good. I didn't see it, but I heard it was
good.
Okay,
it's a good show.
Josh Hartnett. So happy to see him working again. He is so hot. Josh Hartnett.
Right, he's good in that. Because we're used to seeing him in some
particular. I don't think he's cute either. I don't think he's cute either.
He works in this one.
I was never a Josh Hartnett fan. Never. I never got the appeal.
Not your generation, honey.
I'm
it's
weird.
The blonde that plays Rose in Doctor Who is also in A Penny Dreadful, and her character.
Yes.
I gotta get into Doctor Who.
Hold on. Let me.
It's so good. Her character she plays in A Penny Dreadful is fucking awesome. Yeah, my husband is a uber Doctor Who fan.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
It's a life-size TARDIS.
So that is fucking awesome. I have my husband. I got him a big TARDIS. It's a big one thing that's on his desk.
She said.
Dave got me that for our first anniversary, and I said, "You don't even realize how romantic that was, because most men just promise the moon and the stars. You just gave me all of time and space."
Sweet. He went above.
My husband gives me nerd gifts, even though he's not the biggest nerd, except for Doctor Who.
So every time,
Billy Piper, yes, Joker, thank you, Billy Piper.
So every time I say, as I just told you, from the future, I'm pointing to my TARDIS. Like, I'm always referencing the TARDIS.
She and David Tennant are my favorite.
I love David
matchup in Doctor Who. I love David Tennant. He's my favorite doctor too, and he's my husband's favorite doctor. Like, hands down, I love their whole thing, and I love the whole time she was a companion too. But no, if you have not seen A Penny Dreadful, Chantel, and you can find it.
No, because
I think when it came out,
I think when it came out, I don't think I had the channel that it was on.
Don't watch the spinoff.
The spinoff. No. Did they even adequately finish it? Did they?
I don't know. I didn't finish watching it. It was terrible. I just couldn't. Yes, Joker. Yes.
No, I can't. No. Yeah, it was just, no. Eva Green, but the original one, did they end that, or did they just stop it? I don't remember.
What was it, like 3 seasons?
The one with Eva Green.
Seasons,
yeah, the one with even it was
the one.
Short.
The fucking last
one. Continued it.
They should have. I liked it. I think Shanti, you will like it. Because it delves into, you got your vamp, you got your werewolf, you guys got and then it's just mixed with this whole Europe thing. It's dark.
It was on 3 seasons.
I liked it.
I'm sure I
enjoyed it.
Bye, Mark.
Bye,
Shannon. Send me Wonder Woman stuff. I'm just saying, I never win.
Showtime. I don't have Showtime.
But you might be able to find it on something else now, just because.
Okay, I'm just gonna drop a dirty little secret here. It's called Plex.
P-L-E-X.
Okay, I'll look at Plex because I have that.
All right, because due to streaming now, everything's on something else because it seems like it doesn't necessarily own the rights.
Because IMDb is telling me it's stars, but I can't always trust IMDb because it told me that LA Confidential wasn't playing on any streaming service, and then I went on Hulu and it was there. So I don't know why it wasn't listed on IMDb.
It was either Stars or Showtime.
You can only watch Penny Dreadful through the Showtime channel through Prime Video.
Oh,
but I doubt that that's true. I'll look.
Yes.
Oh, I hear that's really good too.
I fucking love that show.
Yeah, I hear that's really
I'm gonna watch the movie with Taika in it. I can't.
I want to see the movie.
I've watched that movie 3 times in a day before. Oh, let me say goodbye to Joker. Joker, I love you to death. Thank you so much for coming, bud.
Bye, Joker.
I'll talk to you on Instagram later. What we do in the shadows is. The movie's fantastic. I love virtually every single thing that Jermaine Clement and Taika Waititi do.
I love Taika.
And the show just gets my soul. Nadia is, I fucking love Nadia. And every month in October at the shop, every month in October, every Friday in the month of October is what I was trying to say.
You got it.
I dress in a different costume. And last year I did Nadia and I had a black wig and I did the little cat ear things on them, and it was so much fun. I love what we do in the shadows. I have a superb owl shirt, and it's one of my favorite. I wore it on the Super Bowl this year. We had a superb owl party because we don't sports.
I have so many shows. I have so many shows and so many movies to catch
I know.
And
we add another one, we don't need to add to your plate.
It's really become a homework assignment, and it's like, oh, no,
I know. Sometimes we can get really stressful. Like, can't I just watch something for enjoyment?
It's like, how do I pick and choose? Like, Ro was just talking up and down about the show 1883.
Oh my God, it's
on
so
Paramount.
good.
And I'm like, you know what? He's talking about this so much that while I'm like, okay, I know there's other shows that have come out before that one that I probably need to get to. But I was like, you know what? Ro is really talking this one up. Let me go ahead and watch 1883. And I got to tell you, holy shit.
As soon as I saw you were watching
I don't care.
I
don't care if you keep it or not. Get the Paramount fucking free trial and just watch 1883.
After
that's
that
all
episode,
I will say. It is
after the one
best
episode
westerns
I was
I've ever
telling
seen.
you about. I just looked at Dave, like tears streaming down my face. And normally I do not like anything that makes me cry. I don't want to cry.
Opposite.
The shit on this stuff's expensive. Okay?
Yeah, no, I get you. I get you. Makeup ain't cheap.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And my eyelash extensions ain't cheap.
What an ending.
But that one particular episode.
Yes.
I looked at Dave. I said, well, that's it. We've had a good 100 years run, but TV's done.
I can tell Tina hasn't seen it.
I haven't seen it. It's okay. No, it's okay. But is that a prelude to Yellowstone?
I'm not giving spoilers away.
It's on Paramount Plus. And every time it got to the credits and I started noticing it the first time, I was like, this is an MTV production?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And the guy, Taylor Sheridan, is in the show. He's in both shows.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because this is a prequel to Yellowstone, essentially, right?
He's in both shows. And when I realized that was him, at first I was like, oh, that's really cool. He's like a legit real cowboy and stuff. And now I think he might be just kind of a douche. Like he just wants to put himself in his own shit.
I just had no idea Tim McGraw could act that well. I knew he could act. I didn't know he had that in him. I was like,
I was concerned because I thought it was going to be a gimmick because a lot of times
Faith Hill was in it too.
Right. A lot of times when they've got shit, you know, and they know they do, they're like, well, we're going to have to do something to get people to watch. Oh, let's get Faith Hill and Tim McGraw.
Right.
They're married.
Let's have them play married couple.
So I thought it was going to be, you know, a gimmick, but then I was like, just give them their fucking awards now and be done with it.
Because she was great too. She impressed me because I knew he had done a couple of movies already, so I had no problem with him being in it. She was the one that worried me more for the same reason. I thought, oh, okay. At first, I was like, okay, that's kind of cute. They're actually husband and wife, so at least you got that chemistry already. So that's fine. But I don't know her to be an actress. I've never seen Faith Hill in anything. I don't even know if this is technically her first project ever acting. But everyone was so freaky. I don't know. This is the first time I've ever seen her in anything.
They were
I
so
could
good.
not believe how
well, if they're playing
she
husband and
was.
wife on TV too, it might have been easier for her to step into that because they are actually husband and wife.
Great.
Because she changed the bad boy. Tim McGraw was the bad boy of country back in the day. Like,
honey, if you watch it,
and
you better get a Costco crate size of tissues.
Right. Dude, Yellowstone.
Does it end sad?
Okay.
Sad? Tragedy is the word I would use. Tragic and beautiful at the same time. And yes, I dig anything that Sam Elliott is in.
I love Sam Elliott.
I love that man.
I love him
ever since I saw the movie Mask.
Attitude, because he don't. I watched him on the Ranch show on HBO with freaking
Netflix.
Netflix.
Oh, Netflix.
I liked it. We enjoyed it. I love Sam Elliott. I
didn't load up a picture of him, but I love Sam Elliott from Yellowstone. Like if you've watched Yellowstone, if you haven't watched Yellowstone, you should watch Yellowstone because of one reason and one reason only. And it's Rip Wheeler.
Who's that?
You know, I have not watched Yellowstone, but everybody talks about Beth. about fucking how badass Beth is.
She is that bitch.
And I watched some clips of her, and that bitch is savage. Okay.
Hey, Nicole. Hey, Mrs. R2.
Oh, hey. Yeah, it's like that. Beth is fucking savage. And Kevin Costner's in it too.
Oh,
and I don't know. Okay.
Kevin Costner is still fuckable.
Oh
my God.
There's this farm down the road from me. Him and his band came and played at it.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, they did like a month or two
Kevin
ago.
Costner has a band?
Yeah, it's like based on this Yellowstone shit. I don't know. Yeah, playing music and shit. Yeah, they fucking played.
JT, what's up, bro? Sorry.
And I'm like, I don't know how many people came and saw it, but yeah, I think Danny wants us to watch Yellowstone.
He's actually the reason why I haven't watched Yellowstone. I think Kevin Costner's very handsome. I do. But maybe that kind of show works for him.
What is happening?
I don't like.
I feel like someone's driving by with their bass turned all the way up.
What?
Like my whole
Kevin Costner, as he's gotten older,
I feel like he has
grittier.
I think he has gotten better as he's got, because I don't know. I've always found it to be a little stale. Yeah.
I like his new grittiness.
Yes.
So remember the other day when I tweeted that, I kind of dozed off on the couch, and I wake up to Dave walking out of the bathroom down the hallway, and he had shaved his face.
Uh-oh.
Now, fun fact, I've known Dave 30 years. I have not seen him clean shaven in 15. It startled me. But again, I had a super big crush on him in high school. So it was like, oh my God, it's Dave. It's like, yeah. But then I realized he had like aged in like that hot dad way, like Kevin Costner has.
Yeah.
When we were kids, Dave was almost too pretty. Like he was just perfect.
Right.
And now he's got this like Kevin Costner-esque to him.
Listen,
if that makes sense.
Unfortunately, it is true. Men do
How is that
age
fair?
better than women, unfortunately.
Some men just look better the older 40s, they get.
Especially when they're in their 40s. For some reason, the 40s seems to be a very like
he's 42.
Yeah, that seems to be a very magical
we're 1
decade
year
for men.
Okay, it's Chardonnay art, JT. It's Chardonnay.
Chardonnay.
Mm-hmm. Yes, girl.
Oh shit! I hit the damn
cheers. Wrong one, Tina. We're supposed to clink clink here. Woo woo woo. Oh, what's up, bro?
Miming.
Why didn't I?
Yeah, I'm almost done with. Well.
But it's not
like I love Kevin Costner in Hidden
more
Figures.
Like wizened and rugged as they get older, and I
the
just
salt and pepper coming in. I don't know. It just all looks good. It all works.
I know. I got my first gray hairs this last year because I am now officially into my 40s, and I've had 4 kids, and unfortunately, you can tell, and it doesn't have the same effect as a man who's, in his 40s and had 4 kids. Like, they just get sexier, and I have my last fuckable day.
Tina's combing her gray hair.
Stop it. I do hair. You should just hop a plane. I'll give you a deal.
Here you go. But it's true. I started liking Kevin Costner as he got old because I loved him in Hidden Figures. I love that movie, and I think he's actually really good in that movie.
Like I said, he's gotten that Okay, so Sam Elliott's always been Sam Elliott to me. Like he's always played that. Don't give a fuck. But Kevin Costner to me is now kind of that way. Like he's playing that older, grizzled character. Like he's like embraced his, their wisdom. Yeah, their wisdom. There you go. I got
exactly.
I'm full of wisdom highlights, Nicole.
Hair salon calls it tinselites.
Ladies, if you can go to your Twitter, go to your Twitter DMs.
Oh Lord Jesus. What did you do?
I'm going now. I'm going.
There's something from R2.
Oh shit. What did he do? Oh fuck.
Rick Wheeler.
God damn. R2
said he found Sam Elliott's cat.
What the fuck? God damn it.
This is the best 100 subscriber party ever. Have you seen? Check out my iPad case. How cool is this?
Oh my god!
I thought that was actually a fucking composition book.
I know.
Contact paper.
That looked like a fucking actual
He's
composition
gonna
book.
kill me, but
Oh well, it's your show.
There you go. Oh, now we're on there live.
Oh.
Yeah.
he's so handsome.
No.
I think my favorite Kevin Costner movie
That
is
is quite
Dances
a
with
beard.
Wolves.
Is what?
Love
Dances with Wolves.
The War. That's my
I
favorite.
love Dances with Wolves and Field of Dreams.
Oh, you know what? Yes.
I love.
Yes.
Gray and the
I love
Beard,
Field of
JT.
Dreams.
He's so cute in that movie.
I love what's his face is the Last of the Mohicans.
Oh,
Daniel
Daniel
Day-Lewis.
Lewis. In high school.
Ooh.
Je clashez-vous.
Daniel Day-Lewis, man.
Yes.
Killed in Last of the Mohicans. I love those types of movies. And that was back when all those were getting made. Love it. Soundtrack, good.
I love, okay, so Dave and I went to high school together, and we were in French class. We had Mrs. Stone, and she would make us watch certain films in French. Mm-hmm. One of them was Last of the Mohicans because, you know, the Indians spoke French. But then we also watched Top Gun in French and Batman in French. So, Je suis Batman.
That is, oh my God, that must sound so funny.
Anytime we talk about it, we go, Je suis Batman.
Je suis Batman. I like that.
Je suis Batman.
I'm Batman.
Hey,
BRT.
Yeah,
you do.
I agree. I've embraced it.
I think I found one
If
recently
you need help
here
with your gray hair. I know a guy
recently.
Yeah. Honestly, haven't dyed my hair in a while. I've kind of embraced it. Sometimes I will throw like a fun color on it every now and again, and just kind of have fun with that, like purple, blue, or something like that. That's
I got purple going on right now. Can't
what is this?
Rosal flu.
Rosal flu. Shit.
Wait a minute.
I want Daniel Day-Lewis to play Russell.
What?
What?
Are you drunk? 1000th.
Probably. What are you drinking, Ghost? Inquiring minds want to know.
Yeah, what are you drinking, man? What you got?
What you
poison?
got?
I'm drinking air.
Pick your poison. I know, because you're being responsible.
I'm being good. I can't fail certain point of view. We're talking about Disney.
Oh no, then you can't.
I cannot be drunk for Disney talk.
Aw.
I know.
Did you guys see my painting?
Yes, the one you did with Grogu.
Yes,
so cute.
Oh no. Hold on.
Well, shit.
Let me pick it up and show you.
Aww.
Isn't he precious?
It's so cute. I love paint nights. I've done it a couple times, but it's like painting and drinking wine while you paint. And God knows what it's going to end up by the fucking end of the night, but it's been fun.
Right.
Archie's having way too much fun on Twitter.
What's he fucking doing? I see him popping up on my stuff, like my notifications.
Oh,
Twitter.
I'm pressing the wrong buttons as usual.
Way too much fun.
Oh my God, he's going. He posted.
Yeehaw! What the hell is he doing?
No, don't, because then he's gonna take a picture of us holding up the camera of us holding up all three, and it's just gonna be
yeah, and then he's gonna do some edit shit. That's his wizardry that he does.
Aw, thank you, Nicole.
I love it turned out well.
So that gave me an idea.
Okay.
For a segment, because I'm going to start, doing these lives and stuff a little more regular. And, Tabitha does lives with other YouTubers and teaches them how to paint and stuff. Well, what do? I paint my face. I'm going to start doing lives where I have people, I kind of tutorial or walk them through we do our makeup together and talking about nerdy stuff. So, which one of you wants to do it first?
I'm not a makeup person.
I don't own any makeup.
Yeah, I don't even own the amount of makeup that you've got.
Oh, fuck no. Nobody does.
No way.
Do you have any idea how much makeup I have? No, you don't.
Oh, I fucking bet it's a
There's no way.
shit ton of makeup that you have because, that's your thing. It's your creative thing.
This is just the eyeshadow palettes I have just sitting right here. And I'm just going to be very real with you that this right here is probably thousands of dollars worth of.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
This is all my makeup.
This is all my makeup.
This is all my makeup right here.
Right there.
This is all my makeup. And this tiny little shit.
That would be that would be like my eyeliner and mascara.
Okay. This is what I've got.
Which my favorite, you're going to love this. I'm going to put it in its box first. This is my favorite mascara in the whole world, and it's by Jeffree Star. I love me some Jeffree Star. He's a messy bitch. So,
nice.
There's the box. Okay. And this.
Girl. Oh, yes.
Yeah, baby.
Ooh.
Bad girl.
Love it. It's all leather.
Chains and whips excite me.
This chick.
Sticks and stones may hurt my bones, but whips and chains excite me.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Oh, yes.
Oh, let's do some more down here, too.
We're crazy.
So much. Just so much. I better put it all away before I... Oh, that's full.
Well, yeah, Danny, like, even contours. Like, she does, like, she don't just put, like, she even does, I'm like...
I am a professional. I charge $50 a face to do someone's makeup, so I'm going to show you my skills. And it sucks that, you know, one, I'm YouTubing about all this nerdy stuff, and there are so many people out there who are far more knowledgeable than I am about this stuff. But I'm also doing makeup, so I'm competing against people like Bailey Sarian,
right,
and Nikki Tutorials and Jeffree Star, and I'm certainly not that level. Do I think I am? Fucking absolutely. But am I in reality? Yeah.
You know what I've always said? I've always said, I'm just like, run your own race. Like, it's not about who might be better or who maybe is better. Fuck it, right?
Yeah.
Fuck it. I mean, you know, run your race and you'll find your spot and you'll be fine. That's what I've always said.
I'm enjoying the the circle I have found.
You're authentic. You be your authentic self. You're doing the things you love to do, which is talk about comics and do makeup, right? You love that stuff.
Mrs. R2, we might be able to work something out.
Ooh, yes. That can be when you're doing something and you love it.
Help me out here.
It doesn't matter. I don't think it matters. When you're doing something that you love it, fuck it. Like, just
so Tabitha had the idea of having Dan from Inside the Booth come on my show and me teaching him how to do makeup.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying, sounds like a fun idea.
I mean, honestly,
I'm inclined to agree.
I love
do that.
Yes.
No, not that Patrick Star. Okay.
Oh man.
Patrick Star has.
Come on, Ghost man. Come on.
You did not just say that.
It's football.
Patrick Star.
You know, right? Yes. It's 100, right? You just run your race, man. I've been a big fan of that. I heard that a few times in my 20s. Like, you just run your race, because when you're trying to compete with everybody else, like, you just run your race. Like, it's with
then
yourself.
That's all you concentrate on is the competition instead of the actual end goal.
And then you're never satisfied, right? Because you always feel like you're lacking something, but you're not. Everybody, and I guarantee you, Danny, the people that you say are like up here, like they feel inadequate too, probably compared to
about something else.
You know, me starting comics and cosmetics was not my idea.
Oh, really?
No, it wasn't. So a couple of years ago, and you guys all know by now, my right leg is prosthetic. I am physically disabled. And a couple of years ago, I had a knee transplant on my left knee. So that meant I could not walk.
Right.
And I was feeling very sorry for myself. I was staying home a lot. And one day I was sitting in the living room watching Bailey Sarian and doing my makeup. And Dave walks in and he sits down and he watches it. And he's like, and remember, we've known each other the majority of our lives. He knows me better than anybody. And he goes, "You could do this." And I looked at him. I was like, no, I couldn't. And he's like, yeah, you could. It was like, I don't know anything about murder mysteries and stuff. He's like, no, you could sit and do your makeup and talk about all that stupid nerdy shit that you like that I'm really tired of hearing about.
And isn't that the most complimental thing a man can say? Like, seriously, that would be
so
my
husbands do have good ideas every once in a while.
They do.
You know, my sons were over here the other day and we were just sitting here hanging out and Dave just pops his head out from the kitchen. He goes, you know, your mom's going to be famous, right?
Aww.
And then left. I was like, you're precious, but stop.
Yeah. Come on, he has faith in you. You don't know.
He does.
Look at you. You and Brian Sipe are like this now.
My husband, like, looks at me and goes, my husband's like, I love you do this YouTube shit because he's like, you have too many fucking thoughts in that head that you need to get out.
That is Dave. He said, I just needed an outlet. I had
he's like that. I can't always listen
about it. And I love doing my makeup. So he was like, you got to do this. Just do this. And so it took about 2 years before we actually, she is the Catwoman.
The Catwoman.
It took 2 years before I actually started doing the thing. And I was really worried that it would just be too much like copying Bailey Sarian. But I think especially over the last 2 months that I found kind of my voice with it. You know, it is totally different than hers.
You found your stride.
Yeah. And I don't talk about the makeup at all because honestly, I care more about the nerdy shit than I do about
right.
Yeah, you're like you put a theme on it. When you do it, you're doing a theme, and it's like, hey, I'm going to do this makeup to the theme of what I'm talking about. You know, like when you did the Moonlight, when you were using that,
which is kind of my favorite part.
Yeah, you're
is
just
making fun of myself.
I'm a fit for the past thing they've been talking about. Yep.
I don't know where that went. There it goes.
Let them go.
Oh, God love you, Kelly. I love you.
She's the best.
So much. You are the absolute.
Luna Girl is,
You guys have no idea how fucking awesome that chick really is. Like,
she's amazing. We love her.
She is amazing. She's my soul sister.
She keeps Red 5 afloat.
And we get to see them at Scarif Con.
I know.
I hope I get to go.
I know. I hope you can come. I'm surprised it just kind of fell into where I can.
It's good. Yeah. That's
okay. So that leads me back to what I was saying. So, when I started this, I was pretty much, I planned for a couple of years. Dave built all of this behind me. He built this and he has supported me 1000% all the way. But that's all I really had was, just Dave kind of talking me through the stuff. Well, when I did my interview with Dee is actually a personal friend of ours. Him and Dave have been friends for almost 30 years. They met when Dave was stationed in Waikiki. And, through Dave, I met Dee. And when I saw the Pikes come on Book of Boba Fett, I texted Dee. I was like, hey, like, something's up. You're going to be in a Star Wars show soon, aren't you? And he's like, I cannot confirm or deny this. And he asked, he said he'd come on the show. And I was like, oh my God. Well, one day I was sitting at Dave's store and Dee was like, hey, are you on Twitter? I was like, fuck no. I had a nightmare in 2010. Then I signed up for Twitter. So like, I'm not doing it. Yeah. Well, he was like, you need to get your ass on Twitter right now because people are sharing this interview. I was like, why? He's like, just get on there. And I did. And right away, Fantha Tracks reached out, Force Geeks reached out, and then Ro reached out. And when Ro reached out, he introduced me to this whole community, and it just it changed everything for comics and cosmetics. It really did. And then all of a sudden, I didn't feel like I was doing this by myself, and that's been a really big deal for me because, between Dave and I, we own 2 businesses and, we've got the kids and stuff. So we're pretty busy. And when you're a woman in a leadership position or a business owner position, you don't have a lot of friends. Yeah. You just don't. No. And honestly, if you don't have haters when you're doing what you're doing, you're not doing it right.
It's kind of true.
It is.
It is.
Because people they're not willing to do the hard stuff.
Right.
They want what you have, but they're not willing to sacrifice
what all jealousy.
takes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's envy.
So I joined Twitter.
Success.
I met Ro. I met you. I met Tina. And all of a sudden it was like, oh my God, I have friends.
Look at Ro bringing people together.
I know. Oh, and
I love that man.
The butthole. But you got
so good at it.
But it's been really, really awesome because, you know, I have friends and I have subscribers now and people who look forward to this stuff. And it's so weird to me, but
I know.
It's been a revelation and I'm so grateful. I am so grateful to every single one of the 115 subscribers. Oh my God, Kelly.
Scuttle Daddy.
Yeah, baby.
Scuttle Daddy.
Scuttle Daddy. And I know there's
Call him Scuttle Daddy.
He loves that way more than Podfather.
I know.
I know there are probably times. Oh, there he is.
There is that dirty bitch.
Well, hello there. Hello there.
Scuttle
there,
Daddy, Scuttle Daddy.
I know there are times when you're like, oh my God, this chick is messaging me again. What does she want this time? But you've been extremely helpful and I really, really appreciate it. And that stuff.
Yeah, no, Ro's the best.
Shanti, you're the best. You're the best.
All y'all the best.
Awesome.
All the best.
You
the best.
Fucking awesome. Like I have these lady friends. I'm not wearing pants either. Hashtag cancel pants.
Oh, fuck pants.
Hashtag no pants.
Cancel pants.
Oh, listen, it took me 35 years to finally find girlfriends that I can tolerate. I've always had, for the most part, guy friends.
Right?
And then the few girlfriends that I had in middle school were bitches, and it didn't amount to anything at the end of it all. So
I have one girl childhood friend.
You ladies are like my crew now.
From 14 on, but that's because we're both at kind of like guys in
being
the
girl Nicole.
Rose the queen.
Yeah, cancel pants. Yes.
Wait.
See, I'm
That's
like
right, JT.
I'm against bras. I'm wearing one right now, but I hate them.
As
Ghost.
Well. No, man, no underpants. No underpants.
Underpants squad.
No.
Who's wearing underpants, Ghost?
And no pants.
Not these ladies.
Nothing.
Wait, that was inappropriate.
This is what Ro walked into.
I know. He always comes in at the best time.
Or the right time.
Yeah. The right stuff.
Oh, New Kids on the Block. Shanti's not old enough for that, Tina.
I love New Kids on the Block.
Oh shit! I saw them in concert out here in Phoenix.
I've been listening to music since I was
August 27th
in utero. Are you kidding me?
1990.
I saw them here.
Busch Stadium, St. Louis. Go Cards, Ro.
They did their 20-year tour, and I never saw so many horny 40-year-old women in my life, me included. And my sister-in-law. I'm like, fuck yes.
I have to appreciate New Kids on the Block. If not, would I have the Backstreet Boys?
No, they were the
so
they know. Yeah,
I know where it comes from.
Do you see what I did there? That was pretty good. What I just did there. I wish someone appreciated that. I had the Barbies, I had the stage, I had all the posters, the pajamas, the washcloths, the earrings, the socks.
My room looked like somebody puked New Kids on the Block in it.
Okay.
I know.
It was bad. Or good. However you want to. I had the sheets.
I
had sheets.
Appreciate NKOTP
fanaticism. Boys,
they merchandised the fuck out of them.
Oh, yeah,
I was there for it. And that's when you went and bought like Tiger Beat.
I think we may need to have a conversation.
You're getting pregnant? With what?
You need to print
this
out
shit's been locked down for like
Con.
14 years.
Ro needs to get a bunch of condoms and print Scarif Con on them and pass them out.
So I tried multiple times to buy my Scarif Con shirt and it just didn't work out. I'm pretty bummed.
I had to not use PayPal. I had to do it manually because PayPal kept fucking it up. So I had
that,
to
Ro? Better talk to them fuckers over at T Public.
Wait, I saw something and I have to put it up. Where did it go? It was something about Saved by the Bell. Okay, so funny story. When Dave and I started the same school together when we were kids, he has Zach Morris hair. He was freaking gorgeous. I just have to throw that out there. He had Zach Morris hair from Saved by the Bell. It was great. Okay, moving on. Hiccup. I'm cartoon drunk now, apparently. Good stuff. But Dave thinks that I might be able to swing going to Scarif Con.
That'll be nice.
In July. Like, do I need to get a hotel in Chicago? Chicago scares me.
Well,
I haven't been there in 30 years.
I was
scared my parents too.
I was looking at hotels, Danny, and then some of us got Airbnbs together.
Look what he's doing. Look what he's doing.
Gotta keep editing. Yeah, that's what we were just talking about earlier.
All he does, I'm telling you.
Well, Danny, there are some hotels that are close to the airport and are close to where we're supposed to be, and they offer shuttle to the airport. Because I was looking at hotels until they were talking about the Airbnb stuff, and we kind of, if we were going, we kind of had to get in on that if we wanted to reserve something. But hotels are the couple I looked at were quite reasonable. And
are you going with your husband, or are you going just you?
Me.
No, just her.
So
just
maybe you want to share? Can we share a room? Guys?
Well, I already got in on an Airbnb.
Oh, back.
Yeah. I know. Well,
and I'm still up in the air.
Yeah, I suck at this shit. I'm
sorry.
Do.
Well, yeah, I got in. I'm with two dudes. I'm with Bravo and Andrew from
You're with
Science
Bravo?
Bravo.
I think I pissed him off like a couple weeks ago.
Oh.
Because he posted this thing about feminists when they see World War III's happening and they're like in the kitchen. And I was like, see, here's the thing. I'm a feminist, and I am, and I'll tell you how. I'm not walking around topless and with a vagina hat. But it wasn't until I was 38 years old that I actually said, well, thank God there's a man around.
Mm-hmm.
Because there was never a man around me that did things better than I could, if not as well as I could. They seemed to always fuck things up and burn it to the ground. And there was nothing they could do for me that I couldn't do for myself, if not better. And that includes everything. Let me make that very clear. We want you, men. We don't need you. We want you.
That is very true.
And we want you to be capable. We don't want you to be another child we're raising.
Exactly.
And I tried to explain to him that I raised 4 kids by myself, put myself through college 3 times, and paid my bills without a man around. And having my ex-husband mail a check every now and again was not the same as him showing up and raising them kids.
No.
At all.
No.
So
hell no.
There's feminism is feminism to me is choice.
I think it might have given him the impression that I'm like this feminazi or something.
No. Feminism is just choice, and it's just being able to have the same choice to do whatever it is that you want.
True feminism.
The feminists who are really nuts.
That I can't do for
myself. Yeah, I don't like those either.
The feminists who say oh, strippers, you're not one for feminism. What the fuck are you talking about?
No, that's feminism.
She wants to get up on that pole and dance and shake her ass for men and take her clothes. That's her prerogative.
That's feminism is taking care of your damn self. That's
you want to go out to the workforce, that's your business. You want to stay home and raise kids and be a housewife, that is also your business. And that's all it is.
Absolutely. I agree with you 1,000%.
And I don't judge anybody in that sense.
Because the whole point of that meme was to say that feminists won't go fight for their country when there's a draft. No, I tried to join the military. They wouldn't take me because I already had a prosthetic leg. But when I told the recruiter, hey, guess which leg it is, he guessed the wrong one.
Yeah. That should have fucking given him a clue there.
You also have to understand, Bravo makes his business of poking the bear.
He does.
He pokes the motherfucking
You got to take
bear.
it with a grain of salt.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure he's
really is cool.
Yeah,
I don't dislike him or anything.
No, Bravo's the best.
I was worried that
no. I think
he doesn't like the ones that are out now. They're like, and we know the ones we're talking about that are just. Yeah, I want the times I think my wife married me just to kill spiders, open jars, and get crap off of high shelves.
The only reason why I would want a man around to keep the roaches away from me and protect me from the butterflies that I can't stand.
I know you don't.
Spiders are free pest control. Don't kill the spiders.
I
They'll kill the
have
nasty
nothing
bugs
against
that cause
spiders.
diseases and shit.
Whatever you do, don't
kill
tell
the
that to Kelly, though.
spiders.
Kelly's got a
Spiders
mat.
are phenomenal.
Yeah, but Kelly
I've come to
doesn't
appreciate
like
spiders the more older. Tell your wife.
I like spiders and I like lizards
Geeking
because they take care
out.
of the insects.
Well, Andrew's wife might come too. He's not sure
Marisha
yet.
will come.
Yeah, Marisha, I think he's not sure, but otherwise I'm sharing an apartment with 2 dudes.
I have a hotel booked just in case, but just starting work and this and that and trying to earn money, so it's very up in the air.
You got your license.
Yes, I did.
I'm not going to pretend
Current
I know
fourth
what the
wave.
license is.
Backyard Curtis.
It is for life and health insurance, so I can literally write policies and sell.
So maybe I should buy some life insurance from you. Is what
Unfortunately, I can only deal in Florida. You have to get a license in every state.
Maybe I'll give you my grandparents' information or give them yours.
Oh, okay.
So,
and in Florida, it's a big deal because most people who want to take out life insurance policies are the elderly.
Yeah, because
they're trying to get everything in order.
Florida's the retirement capital of the country.
Exactly. That's why I'm living in a good state for this.
Funny story. I live in the retirement capital of Missouri. A lot of old people here.
Oh, really?
A lot of old people here.
Arizona here too. We get a lot of retirees and then snowbirds.
Oh yeah, you do because it's a dry heat.
Yeah, it is.
Hot as I keep going and making money. My plan is to get licensed in other states because you have to do it for each state.
Yeah,
so
lock that up. I have 6 certifications and 6 advanced diplomas, and do you know what that means? It means I can charge more.
There you go. And R2, yes. You come into my house. Bye, sucker.
Look, I'm rated E for everyone.
I don't know where that came from.
I don't know either.
But I don't know why the violence, but I'm there with you.
Yeah. I'm rated E for everyone.
Right there.
I will. They pissed me off.
Where'd this come from?
That's where Dave went to gunsmith school, was Denver. He loves Colorado. I've never been to Colorado. I'd love to see it.
I know, I've never been either. I would like to.
I've flown into the airport.
I've been to Florida. I lived in Texas, Missouri, Hawaii. But other than that, I really honestly haven't seen that much because I was raising kids for I'm still raising kids for 23 years. So.
I have never lived outside of Miami. Lived here my whole life.
Yeah. I lived in Virginia my whole life until I moved out here.
That's also what I'm working towards. I'm working towards moving. I don't want to live here.
I know. Yeah. You said you did not want to stay.
I really do not want to live here. Problem is I don't want to pay both state and federal taxes.
I know.
They're just paying their rent by killing the cucarachas and the flies.
Yeah, that's why them suckers can stay.
Yeah.
That's also why I keep lizards around too. Because lizards.
Yeah, we got all kinds of stuff out here.
Yeah, you got scorpions and shit.
Oh yeah, we do.
I don't want
those.
Okay, Hawaii really freaked me out because they have this water. Okay, I'm terrified of cucarachas. I can't even say the name in English. I'm terrified of them.
Me
and
too.
When I lived out in Hawaii, they have these water bug things, and their cucarachas are this long.
Yeah, it's probably like a palmetto bug here.
Yeah, so they have. You have to have. If you don't have a gecko in your house, you're going to have that problem. So I always let the lizards come in my house.
Nope,
and can I just point out?
Go to Hawaii.
I love lizards. I have not a problem with lizards.
Shanti, you are in Florida.
Yeah.
Tina, you are in Arizona. I'm in Missouri, and I'm Scottish and Irish and Swedish. How the fuck am I darker complected than both of you?
I have been hiding from the sun. So
you're Hispanic.
I am.
And you're
in
Arizona.
But I have a lot of Spanish background. So when I'm not tan, I have very olive, almost palish kind of skin. You should see my sister. My sister is whiter than me.
Oh,
I don't hold a tan.
My sister's like a marshmallow almost.
My kids are Central American, and my oldest son, we call him the white boy. He looks.
But when I get tan,
it's tan.
No,
my middle kids do.
I don't.
Dark.
I
it also
will
could be
tan,
the ring
but
light,
I don't.
honestly. It also could be the ring light.
Yeah. No,
no,
no. What's wrong with you?
Get out. Just like my gift.
Why?
Get out. Get out.
God damn, Ro.
No.
Yeah, no. I'm just pale. I always have been. I just am. I've always been pale. I will tan a little bit, but that's it.
And I will do snakes.
Now,
it's true.
my son's biological father is mixed race, so when he goes out in the sun, he just turns brown.
Oh, my middle kids, they turn brown immediately. My daughter,
he's a beautiful shade of
pictures.
I call him my little caramel nugget.
Dark,
like,
olive skin and this like honey colored hair.
And here's your mama looking all,
I got my grandmother's.
My oldest daughter is an absolutely beautiful mix of the white Hispanic. She just
I am way
she's
more
as mean
Spaniard.
as she is pretty. Don't get that twisted.
Yeah, no, Rose right. Rose completely correct. The majority of my background is Spanish. Spain.
That's so awesome. You get the fairer skin.
Like if you saw my mom's mom and my dad's mom, they're both, my mom's mom is definitely more pale, and then my other grandmother on my mom's side, I mean on my dad's side, she's got really tight. I mean, she's 80 something years old even now, and her skin is so tight, it's insane.
I know, right? It's like how
she's so lucky.
Well,
I don't
have
speak
3
Spanish.
Latino children. Does that count?
Take them. I don't.
Can I put that on my Red 5 application? I'm okay with not wearing pants, and I have 3 Latino children. Can I come to the? Can I please
teach me Spanish, bro?
I know he'll post. I'm like, let me use the translator so I know what he's saying.
Yeah, ¿dónde está la biblioteca?
I know bien aquí because my kids' great grandmother, she told them to call her Cita, but my ex-husband called her Abuela, and she would yell at my kids in Spanish, tell them to come here, and they would just stare at her like, what the fuck is she saying? Is she having a stroke?
Like,
and she'd look at me and say, ay, Dios míos, Blanca, these babies don't know no Spanish.
I don't speak it, but I understand it
Irish.
enough.
What would you like me to do about it? I speak French. I'm sorry.
My husband.
You should be able to pick up Spanish pretty quickly then if you speak French.
Well, yeah. So the romantic languages are pretty.
Yeah, they're all connected. So Italian, French.
Did you know that? I know the bad words, Nicole.
I know the bad words.
Giga su madre.
I definitely know the.
I know that.
Words. Living in
my
Miami,
husband knows a few.
That's what you learn first.
Spanish words.
I know the French cuss words. You've got fous-toi, tu t'es en tête. Fuck you, you tit head.
God, being called a tit head is great.
Yeah, and another French
telling you to go fuck your mother.
Is tu es un vache espagnol. You're a Spanish cow. That is a French insult.
Interesting.
Tu es un vache espagnol. It still is. They're super racist. And so is my grandma. My grandma's super Irish, and she has informed me, like when I got my DNA test results back, it said I was 60% Scottish. Yeah. And okay, first, rewind. Because when I told her I was getting the test results done, she was like, well, first of all, I know you have Native American ancestors, but it could show up in your brother and sisters and may not show up in yours because it's like facial features. It's a roll of the dice. I'm like, cool. Right. Okay. So I tell her, hey, look at this. It says I'm 60% Scottish. She immediately got super racist and said, get it done again. My family would have had nothing to do with those damn dirty Scots.
Oh my God.
Okay, well, I'm descended from King Robert the Bruce of Scotland. Does that make it any better for you? No.
Oh my God.
Okay.
She's pissed. She's like, hell no.
Ro, ¿dónde está la biblioteca?
You have to have patience to learn Spanish.
Me habla español muy un poquito. I have no fucking clue what you're saying there.
I don't know the second sentence. I can't. But I got the first one. I hate when I cannot. Can I tell you something right now?
Yeah.
That whole ja, which is ha 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 because it's jota, so it's pronounced as an H. I gotta tell you, it really bugs me. I can't stand it.
Oh, that the J is an H?
Yes, I can't.
I know.
I honestly cannot stand seeing it.
Like Jesus? Like when you see the it smells Jesus with Jesus.
Every time I see Jesus, I hear it as Jesus.
Yeah. The J is pronounced like an H.
I had so many people. I worked somewhere and I had like onboarded, like did all the new. There were so many Jesus. I'm like, God fucking damn. How are we gonna keep track? There's so many Jesuses here. And there were. I'm like, how the fuck are we gonna keep track?
Well, don't come to Miami. There's only about 1,000 Marias to sift through. You know that. My mom's name happens to be Maria, and not only that, but
Maria.
It seems like every Cuban names their daughter Maria Elena. So of course that's my mom's name. Anytime that my parents, even now that I do not live in the house with my parents, when they go and order food for pickup, they use my name because my mom's always worried that some other Maria is going to come and take
because there's so many.
So she uses my name. And I'm like, yeah, because you give me the fucking weirdest name, you ass. So I give my mom shit all the time about my name.
Kids are all my 3 oldest kids are Irish and come from French descendancy and Central American. They're Panamanian. And so when I named them, I wanted them all to have an important name, something that drew back to their family heritage and stuff. And so both my grandmothers, you know, my Irish grandma is Mary, Abby. Does anyone have an Irish grandma not named Mary? The answer is no. And my French grandma is Marie. Anyone have a French grandma not named Marie? The answer is no.
Middle name.
And Dave, oh my God, I hope he's not watching this. My kids' dad's grandma, who's not named Dave, his grandma was named Maria.
Oh my gosh.
So I decided we will name my firstborn daughter Emma after the first woman in my family to come over from Ireland, and her middle name Maria for all of our grandmothers.
Right.
It didn't work out that way. Her middle name's Lisette, and I live in Southeast Missouri, so I have a bunch of white hillbillies saying Lazette.
Oh boy.
Emma Lazette. And then my other daughter's Amelia Nicole. They call Amelia.
That's a nice name, Amelia Nicole.
Thank you.
It's pretty.
I'm Southern, so I butcher a lot of stuff.
They drop a
basically
syllable.
I do. I butcher it.
I do.
It's what it is.
Well, Amelia is named after my 2 best friends, Amy and Nicole, and my middle name is Ami, so Amelia Nicole, but still Southeast Missouri, Amelia.
How would I say Amelia? I'd say Amelia.
But anyway, because we're going on like an hour and a half here, an hour and 40 minutes. I'm having a good time. What can I say? But before, I wanted to show you guys what Dave got me today.
That's your mixer.
This is a mixer.
What?
Yes. See?
That's awesome.
It looks like a weird sex toy if you do not specify.
Okay. So Dave and his friend Josh were saying that it looks like a sex toy.
That's what I thought you were. I'm not gonna lie. That's what I thought you were showing us.
It's not a vibrator.
And I'm like,
okay,
what is?
I was
like, I like this show even more now.
It's an immersion blender.
I thought it was a Star Wars vibrator.
That would be really cool. I mean, you know what? To be perfectly honest, as long if you just put it like right here, it would be.
Don't.
No, it's gonna sit on my shelf. What's wrong with you, Shanti? You got problems.
Have you met me?
Only twice.
Have you met me?
Don't get any Gungan, don't get any Gungan like dildos. God, that can be a turn off.
I'm just looking at all these comments now. Tell me about there's so many Marias around here. So Rose's full name is Rogelio Esteban Jose Luis Roberto de Herrera.
Anakin is not in your name.
So you are so full of shit.
He's so full. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if his full name really is that long, because that is,
that's a lot of middle names, bro.
But that's definitely typical.
My full name is Danielle Mise-en-Souci.
No, my mom
Super fucking
decided.
French.
My mom decided my first name was torture enough, and I do not have a middle name.
Thank you, Nicole. Thank you.
It is
Nicole
a
knows
pretty
it's a
good
mixer
Sure.
and not a vibrator.
Mixer.
She wins.
We'll go with mixer. It's an emulsifier.
Misa feeling real good. Muy, muy.
Oh yeah, Misa. Oh, Misa. Misa. Oh,
Oh, jeez.
oh God. It's the voice of nightmares. Deep ass.
For fuck's sake, Ghost. We really need to know what you're drinking because
Yeah,
apparently
seriously.
Mine uses double A's.
Thank you. This is why I
Fuck Jar
love
Jar.
Kelly. This is why Kelly and I are besties.
Oh, I did not like
Fucking
Jar
love
Jar. I
Kelly.
love Ahmed best, but I do not like Jar Jar.
Kelly, this is for
Yeah,
you,
no.
babe.
Kelly and this chick right here.
He's the most obnoxious fucking character. I do not know.
They wanted something for kids.
Yeah, fuck kids.
They could have done it better.
Fuck them kids. And when
Yeah,
I
fuck
say
them
fuck
kids.
the kids.
Star
I
Wars ain't
mean,
for kids. Fuck them
fuck them
kids.
kids.
It's for us, for fucking adults. God damn it. My
So,
favorite
funny
thing
story.
is fuck them kids. That's my favorite expression.
My
the funny part is
parents,
I say that all the time, but I love
when I
kids
say
and I'm very
fuck the
motherly.
kids, I
That's
mean,
No,
what's
it's true, though,
funny.
Shanta.
I am.
Fuck
I'm
them
very
kids.
motherly. I love
Yes.
kids. They're hilarious.
I love kids too, but fuck them kids sometimes. Like shit.
It's not even the kids. You know what? Fuck the parents.
Oh God.
fuck the
Some them.
asshole parents and
It's
the
the
parents
parents who
pickup
raised
lines.
those
I
little
mean,
shits.
For real. I had one bitch try to get me into a fist fight when I was picking my kid up
Ask
from
Kelly.
kindergarten.
Ask Kelly.
What the
That
fuck
poor
is wrong
woman
with you?
had to sit through during 3 hours of the Batman with having some small girl or whatever kicking the
brings
back of
their
her chair.
baby to the
I would
Batman?
have freaking punched that mother out. So what the hell are you doing?
I
baby?
turned around and looked at the
Listen to
mom and said, "Your fucking kid needs to stop,
Apparently, Kelly
kicking my seat before I whoop your
gave
ass."
the kid her famous death look. Apparently, at one point, and DB's like, "Yeah, I know that."
Let me
look."
tell you a
Apparently,
story.
the kid like shut up after that.
Let me tell you something. Your children need fearful respect. They need fearful respect. If they don't have fearful respect for you, you are the archetype for all authority for the rest of their lives. And if they do not have fearful respect of you, they're not going to have fearful respect of any authority figure later in life.
Nope.
And you can ask, and I think Kelly, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't even think the mother was even sitting with the daughter. She was like sitting in a chair by herself while the mother was like at the end of the row. So you're not even near your kid to even fucking control your kid. And I bet
Yeah,
you
that's
anything
a
they were under
no.
13. So
I
what are you
control
doing
my
taking
kids.
your kid that's
That's
under
a
13
fucking
That
no.
very
to
clear.
that movie that's 3 hours long?
I have threatened
Kids
to whoop my
the
kid's
fuck
ass
is
in the
wrong with you?
driveway.
Span of a gnat.
He's
The fuck
15,
is
and I've
wrong
threatened to
with you?
whoop his ass right in the middle of the
When I
driveway.
was a kid, Disney movies felt like they were 3 hours long. Now I watch a Disney movie as an adult, and it's like watching 2 episodes of a show. So kids have zero attention span.
No, they
Why they
don't.
were at a 3-hour movie is
That's
beyond
stupid.
me.
That's an amateur mistake.
There
Amateur
was a
shit.
7-year-old at Deadpool when I went to go see Deadpool in the theater. And the father spent the entire time doing this and this to his kid.
Well, why the fuck did you bring the kid? Did you not fucking know?
Selfish.
My face
Google
is
that
rosy
shit.
with
You
this.
can't see the movie in the theater, but you know what? You chose to have kids. I mean, that's just the price you pay.
It's
Get
like
a fucking
Google.
babysitter.
That's what I'm saying. Get a
Get a
babysitter. Get grandma and
babysitter.
grandpa.
I didn't see
Get
that
closer to the look.
Get
when
a
my kid was
babysitter.
younger.
That's what they're
Denny's getting
for.
real close to that camera.
Honestly,
how
I'm
she is.
serious about it.
Man,
When
this
I-
really went. This took a turn right into
when
kid
I took
bashing.
Easton to see movies, they were kid movies. Like back in the day, like that, you expect kids are gonna, act up or talk a little bit through. Like fucking,
And
they were
I get
literally
that.
kid movies.
Yeah.
And then he got a little older, and he just wasn't really interested in sitting that long, and so I didn't take him. And
Listen,
then
my parents.
now
go ahead.
he's okay. He likes to come sit and watch.
Listen, my parents
So
maybe
my
followed the
13-year-old
MPAA baby guidelines a little too much, but my parents never took me to a movie. Like, if I was 7 years old, they weren't going to take me to a rated R movie. It just
No,
wasn't going to
because
happen.
That's good parenting.
Yes, I don't need to
I'm
see
not.
that yet. And not
No.
only that, what child is going to be able to sit through that?
I want to enjoy it too.
I
Like,
took my
it up for everybody
13-year-old
else.
daughter to the Batman, and she slept through the first hour and a half of the movie.
Well,
and you
there
know what?
go.
Not complaining.
That's fine. I'd rather they fall asleep than
I think I retweeted something today about like a guy saying this dude snored through the fucking whole movie or something.
Then leave.
And then I just read that whole thread about people having like shit at the movie, like just going through shit at the movie theater about how some people are. And I'm like, damn, I've never really had that bad of an experience at the movie theater.
Did we lose the host?
Where's she going?
Yep, we did. My phone did something weird. Hold on. I'm back.
Okay.
Welcome to Comic Cosmetics.
Here we go. That's what happens on live.
Oh my God.
Uh-oh.
Hold on.
Ruh-roh.
It's doing something stupid.
I'll whoop my kid's ass. I don't care. He's 15.
I do too. I beat my kids.
No, at that age.
Yeah.
I look at him like, boy, I'm about to slap the shit out you here in a minute. If you do not stop with that mouth. You got this. Your warning. This your one warning.
At that age, they know better. That's what I'm okay.
This is your one warning, kid.
Yeah.
Because he's me. He got that mouth.
That's on you, girl.
Yeah, it's my, and even Scott's like, it's your fault. Scott's even like, he's like, that's you. He's like, that's you all. You just fight with yourself there.
I firmly believe that is what children are put on this earth for, is to make you realize what an asshole you were as a kid. Kid. It's all payback.
Sometimes
do the circle of life, baby.
I'm like, God damn, am I that annoying? And Scott's
That's
like,
why I don't got kids. No payback.
He is just
shaky
like
cam,
me.
Shaky cam. Oh my God, Cloverfield.
Alternate. It's okay. It works. You said your like tripod thing was just being a pain in the ass.
Whoa, takeover.
That's what I mean. Like on live, anything can happen. Yeah, so scared he will punish himself. No, I think the last time I really got on him was it was Christmas, and we went to have dinner with the fam, like that we're visiting, and then we were going to go see Spider-Man No Way Home. Mm-hmm. And that's when he was like, and I just went, look,
you're going.
I bought you us tickets to go see it. You wanted to see it. When I was little, going to watch a movie was a fucking privilege. So get in the car. Get in the fucking car and shut up.
Going to the movies was a fucking event.
It was.
My house.
Like I did. I told him, I said, get in the fucking car and shut up.
Either if it was my parents taking me or my dad's parents taking my sister and I when we'd sleep over the house. But anytime we knew we were going to the movie theater, it was like
you
would think you were taking us to Broadway in New York City.
It's just kids these days are just so distant. They just don't consider anything because they're just surrounded by so much other shit.
And listen.
About 30 minutes after that, he was like, I know, I'm sorry, I was being a shit.
There is no appreciation. And believe it or not, again, technology's ruined a lot of that.
Yeah,
streaming, everything has come to us so quickly now. I mean, we were just talking about this not too long ago. I miss those days where midnight showings were actual midnight showings. I miss those days of actually going and waiting 5 hours in line for a big freaking movie to get.
That's when you had
now,
to, like,
don't get me wrong. I love the convenience now of picking your seat ahead of time, so you're not dealing with assholes or whatever. But nothing will ever compare to me waiting in line for Spider-Man 3 at midnight, or watching, Revenge of the Sith at midnight, scoring a special ticket to get a viewing of The Dark Knight before anybody else could view it. I mean, I miss those days.
I remember standing outside in line
waiting for something. Now it's just give me.
Nobody knows how to wait anymore. That's the thing. Everybody expects instant gratification.
Which is why I don't like the binging. Which is why I don't like these shows releasing all these episodes at once.
That makes you when it comes up. They don't have to leave the house.
Even when a show like Netflix or Prime or even if they do release a show and they release all the episodes for the season, I will still pace myself and I will still watch an episode a week. Me. No, I cannot binge. I cannot binge.
We did and then binging Peacemaker. We did half and half. We did like 4 episodes and then 4.
Peacemaker was my jam.
It really
do you really want to taste it? Yes, I do.
But like 1883, that was a perfect example. That one,
you did binge that, right?
I binged.
Yeah,
very rarely.
There's just these shows, that you like. I fucking love Peacemaker. I was not expecting what I got from it. I mean, I was expecting the cheesy and the dick humor and all like that, but But the
I did.
emotional
James
depth of
Gunn
it,
and I are
wasn't.
from the same neighborhood.
Yeah.
It's total. I have to say, the whole thing felt really like, and this is going to sound weird, but it really did feel like St. Louis humor to me.
Interesting.
It really did. It, there's a whole lot of no fucks given.
Yeah.
In this part of the country, and that whole 80s butt rock.
Mm-hmm.
My dad was in cover bands my entire life, and like when he sat down to that piano,
mm-hmm.
I knew right away he was going to play Home Sweet Home by Motley Crue, because that is what Dad always played when he sat down to the piano every single time. And I tweeted James Gunn several times of like, you are just bringing my childhood back to me.
Yeah, the music was great.
It was great.
I told him many times, you should come and we should discuss over a plate of toasted ravioli and gooey butter cake. And he liked it, and I about peed my pants.
I just wasn't expecting the show to have such a sense of family. I wasn't expecting the show to be emotional.
You've got to read some Peacemaker comics.
Yeah, like I
did
really
a Peacemaker
had no
video,
idea.
and it's very family oriented. In the comics, he had his dad was a Nazi commandant who had killed 50,000 people in Poland. He managed a concentration camp and killed all of these people, and then he shot himself in front of Chris.
Wow.
Yeah. So
I love that they went in on him being racist.
Yeah.
Because so many people want to tiptoe around that shit right now.
No, that needed to be done.
I'm glad. I'm like, he's a racist piece of shit.
So here he's a racist piece of shit.
You know, Shanti and I talked about the history of female characters. Shanti Rowe and I talked about the history of female characters on that podcast.
Yes.
And one thing I wanted to mention and forgot, because I was so nervous that I got fucking shit-faced.
That's okay.
But one thing I wanted to mention is that women characters, women fans are kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place right now, because we are still suffering the effects of the post-World War II era, the comic code of authority.
Yeah.
And then after that, you know, we're finally getting female heroes, but we're still stuck between that, women are weak, and well, of course they had to throw women into it. They had to throw women into it because, woke culture.
Yeah.
So we're damned if we do, damned if we don't.
Right.
It's true. It really kind of sucks for us, because we do want really awesome female characters, and there's some amazing female characters out there. Catwoman is one of them. Catwoman, if you guys watched my Catwoman video, if you haven't, I highly recommend that you do, because in it, I explain that, okay, so Shanti, we talked about the word bitch. How the word bitch was created. It's a female dog, and it was created to slam women. It was created it was our derogatory word. Right. But we turn that around.
Yeah.
There is a quote from a Stephen King book called Dolores Claiborne. And in it,
I love that book.
Yes. There is a character named Vera Donovan. And she says, sometimes, Dolores, sometimes you have to be a high-riding bitch, because sometimes, Dolores, being a bitch is all a woman has to hold on to. And you know what? That's fucking true.
Yeah.
It is absolutely true. Sometimes being a bitch is the only way to get by. The only time a man calls you a bitch is or crazy, is when you've caught him doing something he shouldn't be doing, or he can't control you. And to me, Catwoman embodies that. She embodies that idea of being a bitch to get by. And there ain't shit wrong with it, ladies. There's nothing wrong with it, because when a man calls you a bitch, it's because you're winning.
Yeah.
Well, and I feel like in this Batman movie, you could kind of see where Batman didn't really understand.
No, and I really feel like Zoe Kravitz really
embodied
her.
She did.
Her and Michelle Pfeiffer. I feel like Michelle Pfeiffer embodied that best.
Yeah,
Especially
really
with
being
the line
independent.
that, as I said, I'm a woman. And as a woman, I shouldn't be taken for granted.
Right.
And that's true.
So am I.
She was the anti-hero for women everywhere who were abused and misunderstood and underestimated. And we should never be underestimated. We're just as smart and capable as any man is. The only thing we can't do is pee comfortably standing up. We can pee standing up, but it's not exactly comfortable. And it's kind of messy.
And that's another thing. I think there's this huge misconception. Look, I'm not trying to be better than a man. I'm not trying to be better than anybody. I just want to be able to, you know, do what I can do and be the best that I am without, you know, you feeling emasculated, essentially. Like, that's your problem, not mine, essentially. You know what I mean? Like,
I get it.
Like that's kind of my thing, you know. Well, there's a great thing that's been pointed out about the new Doctor Strange movie, that where they say, you know, you did basically what you wanted to do, Doctor Strange, in the Spider-Man movie or in Endgame or whatever it is that you did, and that was okay. She does what she did in WandaVision, and she is seen as the villain, and she says, well, how is that fair? And it's kind of true.
Yeah, exactly. If I go out, is another great example, you know, do my thing, and let's just say it, if I go out and get my rocks off or whatever, I'm a whore, I'm a slut, I'm dirty, I'm terrible. But if a man goes and does it
runs through 100 women in a week,
good for you, you're a stud.
He's a
man can impregnate like 1,000 women a year,
and he's seen as a boss. I do it, and I'm a whore. I'm a slut.
Yeah, it is a double standard. It's a double
standard.
And this is why I say I'm a true feminist. I'm a true feminist. I don't really see the difference, other than, you know, I'm just going to be pretty frank here. You know, a man doesn't have as messy of a time satisfying himself as a woman does. That's really the only true difference. You know, I raised 4 kids by myself, put myself through school multiple times, and did it with 3 limbs rather than 4. So please explain to me how having a man would have
made anything.
It just doesn't make sense to me. It really doesn't.
Time I've taken care, and I have taken care of myself. Well, to me, that's just because the men in my life failed me. So what I did, what I had to do. I'm sorry. I mean, I don't want to say too much because you know, it started from my dad. Well, I'm kind of in the background. My parents live with us, but it started with my dad. I mean, you know, my mother did what she could. She's married, you know, my dad, they're still together, but she done exactly everything she could do. She did a lot more than she should have had to do with him seeing he's around, right? Yeah. And I will say this, and I'm saying it on camera, there ain't a man in my family that's worth a fuck.
And listen, please,
in my family, and I don't hate men.
That's what I was just gonna say. I hate to sound so diplomatic, but considering we have men in the chat room, I do want to say, please.
Yes, we're not hating.
We're not generalizing. This is not all men. Believe me, if it was all men, I would not stand a single guy in the Red Flag Network, and that's not true.
I've got some really good dudes on here.
Network is lovely. The men are respectful. I love all the men in
every single man in the Red 5 Network. They have been wonderful. Wonderful.
We're just talking about our own experiences that we've had.
Amazing.
Exactly. Now that I have my husband, I don't have to do as much now. And because doesn't mean that I can't, because I still can and I still could.
Yeah.
But I don't have to because he will. So what we're just trying to say is
it's a matter of alleviation. It's not because it's not that you need the help. It's just
we want it. We have to live our life too. I mean, we have to live it. Yeah. So,
and
honestly, excuse me, I know how to change oil in a car. I know how to change a tire. I know how to check if my oil's dirty.
I can change out my own alternator.
I know how to do
all that stuff myself. But you know,
I'm single. I live alone. Do you have any idea how many things I have to do in the apartment by myself because I'm no longer married? And guess what? I do it. I put up my own shelves. I know how to use power. But I also have a father who is a blue collar worker, always tinkering with his truck, always using tools. He went to trade school to be an AC mechanic. That is in his blood. So because I was already kind of raised in that household, you know, my sister and I realized it, but you do pick up on those things when, you know, when I'm watching my dad tinkering or fixing something around the house.
Absolutely.
And I'm glad that I did, because you know what? Now I've been able to do the things that I can do around my apartment. And it's not that it's not like I'm saying, haha, I can do this and I don't fucking need you. No, I'm just saying I can do it.
Or are you saying ha 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 ha?
Yeah, no, I'm not like that. I'm not shoving shit like that in men's faces. It's not a competition. It's not a competition.
No, it's not.
I mean,
you just gotta learn how to
ourselves
in the
conversation.
You need to learn how to communicate. That's all it is. We're
it
two
gets
very
lost in the conversation. We're not saying that we're better. We're just saying
we're just different.
Exactly. My grandfather was an engineer for McDonnell Douglas, and I mean, you guys may not know what it is, but we have the Arch in St. Louis.
Yeah,
and
I've seen that.
My grandfather tested the metal for that. Like he's an engineer, he's a pilot, he's a very, very, very smart man. And I spent a lot of time with him, and because of him, I can fix my own car. I can work on my own house. I know these things because he didn't want me to expect to get married to be able to do these things. My grandmother was an interrogator for the CIA. I was raised by very strong, capable, smart people who wanted me to be strong and capable as well. And I appreciate that more than they could possibly ever imagine. I told my daughters, because like I said, I have 2 of each. I told my daughters, listen, don't expect some man to come in and rescue you.
That's what my dad told me.
Don't get me wrong. You are living in a man's world. So you need to be able to pull your socks up and take care of yourself. Don't expect some man to come in and do things for you. And I told my sons, if you see a woman doing more work than you, then you need to step in. Yeah. Plain and simple.
Yeah. Oh, my dad always told me, don't, you know, he doesn't have a problem, obviously, like if I would have married rich or anything like that. But my parents were never of the notion that just because you marry a rich man means you can suddenly just stop doing whatever and give. And my parents were always like, listen, you never know what's going to happen. You could leave your ass. Then you haven't worked in 10 plus years. You have no job experience now. How are you going to get back into the workforce? My parents have always taught my sister and I to work.
That's
and
amazing.
Work for our money.
That's amazing.
Because you never know.
You never know.
Did I really think that I was going to get divorced? I never thought I was going to get divorced. And here I am. And I'm divorced.
All 3 times.
And
I get bored.
I have to be self-sufficient. What if my ex-husband was an attorney? What if I wanted to have stopped working?
And your ex was an attorney?
Yeah, and just let him pay for everything.
Oh, God love you, you poor thing. That had been so hard. My first husband was Army.
It was a bankruptcy attorney. It wasn't that bad. It's not in comparison to like a criminal defense lawyer or something like that. You know what I mean?
Well,
like
my first husband was Army, and we lived all over, and I worked or didn't work at his pleasure.
Yeah.
You know, and he was, I don't really give a shit anymore. He was very abusive mentally, physically. He was just, he was an ass. And it took a very long time when I got out of that relationship to understand my own worth and what I was capable of, and to be able to pass that along to my children, that women, you know, telling my sons that women are wonderful, magical creatures. In fact, we were worshipped as goddesses in ancient times because we could create life. I never forget that, that women can live without men.
Yeah.
We can. You can't live without women. So
that's true.
There's correct.
My
And I
grandfather,
told
God
my
rest his soul,
daughters-
there's no way he would have been able to survive if my grandmother had passed away first.
They don't usually do well by themselves.
There's no
No.
They
fucking
really
way.
don't.
They don't.
I'm sorry, dudes. I love you, but you
No,
got it. You got it.
yeah,
And
no.
this is something I have
It's just
taught
something we've
my sons
noticed.
and my daughters that you need to want each other. Want.
Yeah, absolutely.
Want, not need. You put need on someone, and that's way too much
And that-
pressure.
it is. It is.
It is far,
You're
far too
100%
much
correct.
pressure.
My life is
And-
better with my husband in it just because of who he is, not for what he does.
And that's great. That's
And you know
good.
what? This brings us back to a nerdy topic.
It should enhance your life, not define your life.
Exactly. And that was the problem with Anakin and Padme.
Let me tell you something.
That
That
whole-
relationship
Cringe.
disgusts.
It was toxic.
It's cringe.
Okay. He
Cringe as
never
fuck.
loved
It
her.
was toxic.
No, he's
Never loved
obsessed
her.
with her.
He was obsessed with her. He lusted after her because some of the looks he gave her, I was like,
Was he thinking of fucking or food?
I don't
You
know,
know?
man. I don't like to use the word, so I'm not. So I'm just gonna say he always looked like he was ready to assault her.
I mean,
I'll just say it like that. I don't.
and did George
That's what
mean
it always
that?
looked-
Did he mean it to come across that way?
I think he
Listen, I
kind of
don't
did
know.
because he
I
based
think
a
he
lot of that
did.
relationship off of that girl he knew in college.
I think George has a lot lot of issues. In my
He
personal
does.
opinion.
Did you know
he
he was
needs
engaged to
therapy
Linda
for it.
Ronstadt? Like he adopted
Really? I didn't know
children.
that.
Yes. Yes.
No, I did not know that.
to
Blue
Linda
bag.
Ronstadt.
Yeah. Does anyone else watch Gavin McInnes? Because if you watch Gavin McInnes,
I don't even know who that is.
okay, so Gavin McInnes is this guy. He has a podcast called Get Off My Lawn. It's Dave's favorite.
Mhm.
And Gavin McInnes's dad is from Scotland, and he emigrated to Canada, and he was obsessed with Linda Ronstadt's Blue Bayou. He said it was the greatest musical compilation or composition
I love Linda
in all of
Ronstadt.
history. And Gavin McInnes will do this impersonation of his father, like, Blue Bayou, music is finished. It's finished. Blue Bayou.
Like her accent.
I love fucking Scottish accent.
Hey,
too.
Scottish. I'm Scottish royalty.
I love it.
Yeah,
I fucking love it.
breakfast.
I love any accent that comes out of the UK.
So
British,
great.
Irish, Scottish.
love
I
it.
don't even give a shit.
Scottish,
That whole
Irish,
fucking
and
island.
Swedish. I'm Viking as fuck, man. But Gavin McInnes will talk about Linda Ronstadt and Blue Bayou, and every time I hear it, I think of him impersonating his father, Blue Bayou. But Linda Ronstadt was engaged to George Lucas.
Mm-hmm.
George Lucas wanted children. She was like, I don't want to get married and have kids. So she kind of fucked off. So
Right.
I think he created the Padme character after him and
And
Linda
he's
Ronstadt.
Got
He
some
over
serious fucking
sexualizes
issues.
some of his women. Like,
'Cause he's
okay,
a nice guy.
no.
And guys punch
And
so
all of
many
his
holes on their
Leia's-
nice guy card.
Slave
And I've
outfit,
said it already once before.
Padme's outfits. Go ahead.
And I've already said it once before. The men in Star Wars are fucking whiny.
And okay, I was reading when Dave was talking about Ahsoka's
Exactly.
outfit, the concept,
Mm-hmm.
and I think I shared this with you, Chantel, when I said it was his idea to put her in a crop top.
Yeah, let me tell you something. Having just watched the Clone Wars and considering how old Ahsoka most likely
She's
is
young.
in the
She's
first
like
season,
A teenager.
why?
And then he wanted her in a mini skirt,
top?
and Dave added the leggings. Thank fucking God. I mean, what is her ass?
Can I
supposed to
tell
hang
you
out?
a little story
And this
about
isn't getting
hitting
the difference
middle
between
age
men and women, how they're
and
portrayed
not
and
being
stuff.
able to lose weight like that to wear a crop top?
Oh, well, but then don't sit here and sexualize us. I mean, this is honestly the reason why I'm glad that all these MCU movies and DC movies and stuff, I'm seeing more and more women going to these movies and more women thirsting over these men.
Good.
Because I like it. I'm glad it doesn't feel like so much of a boys' club, because at the end of the day, what men need to realize is that we are sexual beings too, just like men are. Do we express it differently?
Let me tell you something.
Yes. Are we stimulated differently? Yes. But you know what? I don't see Iron Man or Captain America running around in fucking short shorts. I don't see Captain America fighting without a shirt on. So why
in his fucking
do you expect it of the
with a whale tail
you
up
know
his
what I
ass
mean?
crack? Do you have any idea how uncomfortable that is?
And some of the guys, oh, why isn't she wearing heels? Man, you try fucking
fucking
fighting in heels.
Yeah, run in fucking heels.
I dare a man to go put pair of heels on right now. Go walk in heels. Now go and fight in heels. And I've had to run in heels before.
And for them to think that we're not, I mean, let me tell you a little story. You know, every time we see a movie or a TV show about not just a married couple, but a male and female relationship, it's always the male trying to get laid from the woman. It's always him chasing her.
Right.
I have been married 3 times. I am in my 4th long-term relationship. And let me tell your asses, I'm always the thirsty one. I'm always the one who's like, hey, let's
smash.
Yeah, right. Let's smash. And they're like, I'm tired, or I don't feel good, or I'm stressed out.
And again, please, guys, we're
we're
not generalizing here. There are very good men out there. Please.
Right. But
I don't want this to feel like we're bashing men either.
No,
why does why does TV and movies and media in general make it look like, you know, we're the cold fishes or something? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me.
Now that's outdated. Fucking
that's such a 1950s mentality.
It is.
It is. It's a very, very, because it's not true.
Now, Kelly was saying right here, she never wanted to be better than a man, but she busted her ass to be seen as an equal. That is something
and that's all we're asking
about the other day.
For.
Yeah. We just want to
listen again. Are there some feminists who take it to an extreme and they're all about wanting to rule everything and be above a man? No, I don't like that, honestly. Why does it?
And we have the same problem. We have the same problem in nerd culture. We are not taken seriously in nerd culture, especially if you're someone like myself who likes to do makeup and all this other shit.
Yeah.
You know, they instantly look at me and they think, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Right. It's like the more feminine you are, the less nerdy you actually must be. And I don't understand the correlation there at all. Which is again, shout out to Red 5.
Yes.
I've been with these guys now just maybe a little over a year.
A great group of men.
A single
Consider me putting my application
in. A single guy in Red 5 has ever made me feel like I am just the chick or I'm just the pretty face or whatever. No.
They appreciate our opinions. They love what we'll bring to the table.
They also don't make me feel bad that I didn't read 1,000 Star Wars books. They understand everyone consumes that nerd content differently, and that's what I love about Red 5 is that they're very, very, very accepting.
We need more women in this community like you, Tina, myself, Lunar, Nicole. We need all of ourselves in this community to show other people outside of Red 5 that we know what the fuck we're talking about.
Yeah,
we enjoy it. It's part of our life.
Yep.
Yeah,
and we're not just fucking stupid.
No, we're not just walking vaginas.
Nope.
I'm plain and simple. I mean, I'm sorry. I know that sounds vulgar, but it's the truth.
Yep, Nicole, the Red 5 fam is good. Now, on that note, though, I think Shanty has to drop because don't you got to drop, girlfriend?
It's 9:15. I got.
Yeah, we got to go. So thank you guys so much.
It's been a blast.
For coming in.
No, this was a really great conversation.
It's been a really long live stream, but we had such a long. Awesome.
And as always, as with anything that I do, like I always think like it's gonna be just like when we did press play last Thursday. I thought it was gonna be really, really, really crazy and wild, and nothing was gonna make any fucking sense. And oddly,
it was very
focused. It was very focused, and this was actually very focused.
It was very focused.
I had a really good time.
So
love you too, Lana girl. And Ghost, thank you for hanging with us. We appreciate it.
Yes, thank you so much.
Like I said, I love all my dudes in this fandom.
In the chat room, we love you. Please.
I love these men. I love these dudes.
I
love all these men in this fandom.
Of you. Thank you for every single one of my subscribers, for what? Why did that happen? There we go.
We just had really shit experiences, guys. That's all.
Yeah, we were just sharing some truth.
I'm just really grateful for having everyone here. I'm really grateful for all of the subscribers. This has been an absolute amazing experience. I have all these wonderful friends, and I couldn't be more grateful. Thank you so much for playing with us today and saying hi. I don't know what else to say. Thank you so much.
Well, happy 100 subscribers.
Yes, happy 100 subscribers. 115.
Subscribe, follow, all that good stuff.
All that
follow,
good
like,
shit.
all that stuff. Thank you so
Find
much.
on Twitter.
Comics and Cosmetics. We'll be back this Saturday with another video. And P.S. that one's about Miss Marvel. So I hope you like Miss Marvel. Until then, guys, have an awesome and wizard day, and I'll see you in the next